Live from a windowless studio in Brooklyn, New York, it's the 11th Annual Blankies. All the stars are out tonight. Oh, is that Ella McKay's deadbeat pizza husband I see on the red carpet?
Okay, extra cheese, and you're Hawaiian? Hawaiian.
Just entering the red carpet, it's Balls from Is This Thing On? Oh, looks like he spilled a gallon of milk.
It's been a lot for me to carry around.
Greta Lee wishes she could be here with us tonight. However, she's at Gettysburg watching a Civil War reenactment.
But I'm gonna help you find this man.
The paparazzi is loving our latest arrival on the red carpet. It's Varang, wearing a stunning ash dress.
I am the fire!
Oh my goodness. Samson the Alpha from 28 Years Later just arrived with his date, his giant penis. Oh my God, it's even bigger than I thought. And now your host for this evening, song and dance man, Griffin Newman.
What a wonderful night for Blankies, Blankies, Blankies. Who will win? And possible nominees based on mostly just the things that have been nominated everywhere else, in particular
ones
the
we're talking
Oscars.
about.
Who knows where we're going to swing?
Right.
Their tastes are not
F1.
When you were young and your wife still had her hawk, you used to say, let Hamnet live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But if this ever-growing plague would make your son sick, that play might make your wife cry. Dun dun dun. So let Hamnet die.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Boom. I had some pitch problems on that one.
Sure. I was just, there's a lot of buildup, and I was finding my way into it. That's all.
He is the creature. He's got good features. He is hot, hot, hot.
Oh, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein
There you
made
go.
him, but now he hates him because he's hot, hot, hot.
That's true.
Thank you. You're selling shoes for Uncle. He won't give you cash. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
got it.
dun. You're cucking Mr. Wonderful. He paddles your ass. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. Doing circus tricks on Globetrotter tours. Dun, 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 dun. You're absolutely sure that kid's not yours. Dun, 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 dun. You gotta fight for your right to Marty
Very
Supreme.
Yeah, honestly, you didn't even need it.
I heard it said that the new Wicked would be nommed. Reward both films now. Return of the King was the comp, but then it came out and it fucking sucked so hard because For Good sucked. Wicked For Good sucked. They nominate F1.
F1 made it. I was wondering if F1 was going to make it.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-now. 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 Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Begonia!
I wonder if Begonia's getting any noms today. What do you think?
I'm a sinner.
Okay.
I'm a twinner. I drink blood for dinner. I can't be exposed to the sun. I'm a smoker. I'm a stacker. I'm a neck blood snacker. I'm eating pussy in the club.
That's all true.
It is factually correct.
Stellan Skarsgård, why won't you come to your senses? You've been so damn pretentious to your daughters so long. Got a project? Elle Fanning says she's attached. But I don't know. I ran out of lyrics on that one.
Whatever.
It's good.
Secret agent film. Secret agent film.
Route one, but
You
good.
disappeared your loved ones and they severed someone's leg. Blue moon, Abu Di, Abu Di, Abu Di, Abu Di.
So I feel
He's
like-
a really short guy. Abu Di, Abu Di, Abu Di, Abu Di. Blue moon, he will die. Abu Di, Abu Di.
A little
die,
rope it
die.
up there.
The coal,
Yeah.
I feel like, is
Yeah.
running low.
He's
and
performing these in the order that he wrote them down.
Wrong.
And you can feel the kind of steam
That's what
running
I'm saying.
out.
Like the train is
Yeah.
starting to slow down.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Well, I guess you guys are forcing me off the stage, and I can't perform the one battle after another song I definitely cracked. So moving on.
Okay.
No, we need to hear it.
No, we just have to know that I definitely had one.
Right.
Oh.
It was in. It was locked. And now he's putting it in the attic.
There weren't 10 different
Back
drafts
to
that didn't
Winnipeg.
work.
One is the loneliest battle. Never.
We
made it to
tried a
the-
lot of things.
Yeah.
I got to thank the War Room, the self-dubbed War Room,
The
Nicholas
war room?
Frank, Tiger Weiger,
Yeah.
and Sean Clements.
Yeah, like the jingle. The
Burning
jingle.
the Midnight
churning
Oil.
out jingles.
Come with a good slate.
Yeah.
We had one battle or another, like one way or another. That was
Oh,
that.
sure.
One
Yeah.
Doing one jump
Or
ahead from
another.
Aladdin.
Mm,
And it was tough. Every one of these, I hit a wall after like 2 lines.
one jump ahead would have been a little like really delving inward to the real heads are going to get this. And,
Totally.
and, yeah.
But they can't all be da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Begonia.
That was
Spent that
good.
entire setup being like, where is this going? Panahi? I couldn't quite. But
That's
like,
the juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na. Panahi.
Yeah.
I don't know. F1 is nominated for Best Picture.
It is.
Sure is.
It made your list.
Yeah.
It was the 14th highest grossing domestic release of
Don't
of
say it made my
2025.
list. It made the
No,
medley.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm
It made
saying.
the
It,
medley.
it snuck in.
It's just hitting the topical.
So Sinners made more money than it.
Yeah.
So like if you're wringing your hands over like, oh, we needed a blockbuster though. It's like, well, Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not mad. I'm just saying. I was
Yeah.
just sort of looking, being like, was there another blockbuster they could have nominated? I
what were
guess
what were the final totals on them?
on which? On Sinners and
Sinners
F1?
versus F1.
And it's domestic, so not worldwide.
No, I know, but worldwide did F1 beat Sinners?
I
it
think
did.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Because
my
F1
question.
made
Sure.
so
oh
much.
yeah. I mean, that
worldwide.
was the rationale too.
F1
was
made
like,
633 worldwide.
The International
and
Academy
Sinners
members.
made
Yeah.
369.
Yeah.
But domestic Sinners is 279 to F1's 189. That's all.
Yeah.
I just, they could have nominated Superman. I don't know, or Avatar. There's not really a lot else.
There's not really, particularly when the juice for both Avatar and Wicked kind of ran out at the same time.
That was the real
This
thing.
is
It did feel
true.
like a lot of people
It's
were
true.
mentally holding a slot
Yes.
for one, if not both.
Yeah.
And then when Wicked fell through, they were like, well, obviously the slot is Avatar's.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
And-
remember because I covered for
Post
my colleague.
Thanksgiving, it was like it'll be Avatars, and then post Christmas, it was like I hear a car rumbling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also a bunch of married Oscar voters
Mhm.
were at their ballot, right? Licking the quill,
As
dipping
they
it in the
do.
inkwell, right?
Right.
About to write in Avatar, Fire and Ash, and then they hear the old battle axe wife with a rolling pin.
As she
going,
does.
You better not to be voting for the Varang. Don't you vote for the Varang.
I'm sorry.
You vote
I'm sorry.
Begonia.
Oscar voters are married to Italian nanas
With a rolling
pins.
That's what all the cast members from the Nonas
I give you
went
40
and did.
children. I
So-
wash your socks. You better
Yeah,
not
well,
to vote for the
Wait,
Varang.
no wonder they're all like having affairs or whatever. Like if the wife at home is like Strega Nona, like I can.
And the husband goes, I work all day mixing the sound. I work my fingers through the phone. I vote to the Varang if I want to vote to the Varang.
Okay. Welcome to our 2025 Blankies episode
That's right.
of
Correct.
Blank Checks.
Well, so this is the
with
2026
Griffin
ceremony
and
for the films of 2025.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which makes this the 11th.
The 11th.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
so-
erroneously texted you several weeks ago and thought this would be the 10th, but last
Last year was
Last year
because
was
the
the
2015 movie year was the
Yeah.
first one I remember doing.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. No. So this is the 11th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blankies. Who are you?
I'm Griffin Newman,
I'm David Sims, and who's that?
It's Joe Reid,
aka Reading Rain Joe.
Reading Rain Joe. The only person in my life who calls me that is Griffin Newman, and I look forward to it.
Just
every
only
year.
once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a. You've done it other times.
Yeah, but mostly in the ramp up or the wind down
That's
from
true.
this time once a year.
Yeah.
Now they're rebooting Reading Rainbow. Have you heard this?
With whom?
someone called Michael Threets.
Oh, of course.
The great Michael Threet.
24 episode pickup.
Where?
PBS.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
I like that part of
I
it.
was really
Yeah, what
bracing
if it was
for
like
Netflix.
fucking Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
Reading you like Barry Weiss's book? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want from me?
Oh, brother. Producer Ben is here.
What?
What's up?
I gifted him today a vintage McFarlane Toys, aka T-Dog Mac Violator action figure from the first series of Spawn toys, and he has wrapped it around his mic arm, and he's looking at it so lovingly.
The
so
room was feeling a
tenderly.
little empty, so I'm glad that there was some
Just had to put something in
personality
there.
brought into
Yeah.
the space.
Yeah, we needed
Yeah,
a
that's
little,
true. There's just nothing.
We needed a little something.
Yeah.
Colorful or sort of eye popping in our
Just
office.
Perhaps a
today.
tchotchke.
To absorb the
You
sound.
know,
Yeah.
consider a tchotchke once in a while. Yeah.
It's all sound absorption.
And I've got my baby Joey.
You got your
here.
baby Joey.
Oh, nice.
But it's
Um,
greatly appreciated. Thank
Of
you.
course, anytime, buddy.
I'm apparently staring at a photo of Austin Powers suspended in cryostasis.
Yeah, that maybe doesn't have to be there
it's
forever.
a hell of a thing for your guests to.
Yeah, it does seem a little aggro
It
for the
is,
guests.
of course, when we covered the Austin Powers trilogy on
Mhm.
Patreon,
Uh-huh.
Marie Barty, Salinas, aka Woman, would not stop talking about how cut, quote,
Oh, I
You-
remember that.
You have never
That
let
was-
this go.
That was quite the opinion that was advanced.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
So-
it really got to you.
so that lives on that desk
Yeah.
for when Marie's joining as fourth
To
chair
remind
on an
her of
episode.
her.
Yeah.
Also, on the
of
back
her
of it,
shame.
there's some notes written that I think were Ratliff trying to jot some things down during the
Oh,
Lady
like
Killers episode.
Oh.
There was some
Connor
random.
chicken scratching.
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Here's the thing I like about the Blankies and the movies.
Okay.
We were just doing the count of like, this is year 11, right? We start off the Blankies, the award ceremony, as a franchise in our second year, but our first year as Blank Check.
Right. We were like, were we like 3 months into being like
Correct.
blank check?
And
right.
we already were like, you know what we should do?
I do vaguely remember that being the vibe where we were just kind of like, let's just do like an Oscar-y episode.
But also, let's plant
Yeah.
our flag. This is like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
this is who we are now. But it made me realize last year we were all like fucking celebrating the Decade of Dreams. Everyone was running down the streets, blowing like vuvuzelas and shouting about the Decade of Dreams.
They were definitely doing that.
But from a certain point of view, this year is when we celebrate the Decade of Blank Check, because last year was celebrating 9 years of Blank Check and 1 year of Griffin and David Present.
That's a good. Okay, so are you trying to
like
bring
this.
Decades of Dreams
It hit me the other day.
into a second, like we're sort of like doing the faded, sad legacy sequel to Decade of
Right.
It's a
Dreams.
more honest Decade of Dreams.
This
so
is
it's not
a,
actually diminishing returns. It's better.
And then next year you'll be like, and really, you don't start
Yeah.
with counting.
The
with
millennium
first
didn't
year.
begin
Right,
until
yeah.
2001.
I don't think we hit
Yeah.
cruising altitude
This
till
is the
Nolan.
real
Uh-huh,
Decade
uh-huh.
of Dreams.
Yeah.
You weren't kidding about chicken scratches. I'm getting Spock, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
Two words that look like bacon melt, but they can't possibly be bacon melt. And then burn before reading is
Yeah.
the thing that I can.
Well,
pick out.
that sounds like a good bit that he didn't get to do.
Yeah. This
oh,
is-
these were notes. Oh, I see.
I
I
think
would
so.
assume.
Is this IP that I've just
No.
Probably.
released into the
No,
universe?
I
Yeah,
just,
we
it's
just
what I
sold
like
that to
about having it
Paramount.
on the guest desk is first we get to do a little Kinsey test of how you feel about Mike Myers and his cut body.
No, yeah, that's fair.
And then you can see how far you can get trying to decipher Connor Ratliff's handwriting.
Right,
Sure.
right.
This is the Blanky Awards where we pick our winners.
You're right, Greg. I never thought about it that we just kind of did it like 6 episodes into our M. Night Shyamalan series or whatever, just being
The
like, this
vision
is a
was-
thing we want to do.
Just knew
I
the
also
show we
remember
wanted to be.
there was no. We were basically like, let's do awards episode.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
you want to do it? And you were like, yeah, sure. And then like, day before it was like, what is it, by the way? We're just like, I don't know, your Oscar ballot.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was not like we were like, all right,
We didn't have a planning session.
come
or I-
super
yeah,
prepared.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Wait,
Also,
you're saying that it wasn't organized?
It was also recorded in the hottest little closet
Well,
I've
the
ever
worst
been
closet.
in
it was a
my
little
entire
balmy in
life.
there. I'm not going to deny.
And now look at us.
Now look at us.
But why?
A larger windowless room.
Yes, but like ceilings that are higher.
Why did I feel confident just being like, we should do an awards episode? Let's ask Joe and do no further planning, because I fucking know that all three of us.
Yes.
keep nerd spreadsheets
was-
and lists and
it
whatnot?
was not
It's
going to
like,
be a
oh,
lot of
we're
work
gonna have
for
to do
us.
it right. The work's done.
Somebody asked me that the other day, like, how do you prepare for the Blankies? And I'm like, well, I keep lists throughout the year.
Right.
Like, this is not like I have to like cram sesh at
Do
the
you know
end.
what the episode before it is? Signs. We barely started the Shyamalan
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
It was 4 episodes deep.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And then we were like, let's do Blankies. Let's
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Yeah, we nailed it.
I mean, you know what?
Honestly, yes.
Can I
You
say
know who was our consensus pick for best actor that year?
Michael B. Jordan
Michael
for
B.
Reid?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Is that
Come
the
around again.
only time we've all lined up on an acting?
I
winner?
don't have those kinds of
I-
stats. I do
I'm
not
leaning
have them.
towards no, but like
I
yeah,
imagine it's
I
maybe
have-
happened once or twice. It's
There's
rare.
a wiki out there that
Yes.
There
folks can
is, it's
consult if
just-
they want to take a look
I know
at
there's
that.
been a couple, like 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Both you guys picked Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers. I picked
Probably.
Florence LeBron James
Yes.
Buckets Pugh.
Yes.
What's she up to? Oh, she did Thunderbolts.
I
once.
tend
Yeah.
to consult that wiki a lot for my own picks because as I often on the fly
Mhm.
go a different way in the moment.
Same.
And so I'm like, what where did the wind breeze me to
This
that
is
day?
an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Now that we're doing this for the 11th time,
Uh-huh.
do you guys find yourself at
Mm.
all
Mm.
getting into the psychological game of, well, I snubbed that person of the win
Oh, I do that.
in
I do that.
2018?
Of course.
Like when
Yeah.
these
Of
were
course.
private
No, no, no.
spreadsheets for myself, I didn't worry about such things. And now I'm
I
like,
know.
do I owe this
Oh.
person or would it look shitty if I gave them a second award?
I'd be like,
I privately do that. I'm like, well, I gave Leo his
Yeah.
David for Wolf of Wall Street. Like, I do that to myself all the time.
I made a switch to one
Absurd.
of my lists this morning, and I literally had the thought of like, they're going to be so disappointed that they didn't have this.
yeah,
Like,
right.
what the hell is
They'll
my
really
problem?
they'll be sad to have missed out.
Yeah.
You know, Pew's in that MCU quagmire right now. I need her to do some more stuff.
Yeah.
And I know she did a lot and maybe worried about doing too much.
What
Yeah.
else is going on?
I mean, next year she's in Avengers Doomsday
And
and
Dune?
3.
Yeah.
And like
And she seems to be one of those people who like they have plans for that character seemingly because a lot of
I'd
the people they're
assume.
bringing back for that are
Let-
being brought back allegedly to
let's
like
pump the brakes on
be
they
brushed.
have plans.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
fair
here's-
enough.
Because
here's their
at
plan.
this
Fair enough.
point, I don't know
Fair
how
enough.
firm any of the
I
plans
think they
are.
have
But
a
it just-
clear plan.
but it
There
does-
are sirens going off everywhere, and they're
Yeah.
like, hold on to that fucking legitimate movie star
Yeah.
who we have on a 5-picture contract.
But
like
like
your life depends
the
on.
day
Right.
of the chairs, right? You could tell like a good 2/3 of those chairs are like coming back so that they can get kind of
Yeah,
brushed off into the sunset.
Mostly it's a vamoosing. Yes,
Yeah.
they're not.
yeah.
Ian McKellen is not going to do 8
Sure.
more
Right.
Magnetos.
Right.
It is so funny that McKellen went on Colbert and was like, I think I destroyed New Jersey. And Colbert was like, is that a spoiler? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I guess so. Just destroys New Jersey.
I got the
he
algorithm.
gets like a bad sub or something and he just fucking. Sorry, Ben.
All these guys
Sad. Yeah.
over 70, if you put them in a Marvel movie, they spill everything.
Well,
They're
yeah.
like, I don't
McKellen's
fucking
been
know.
spilling tea on big franchises since the Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
days, and he like outed everybody in the Hobbit movies.
Yes.
Who do you out?
Right.
No, Lee
What's his name?
Pace.
No, but also the main
Richard
troll,
Armitage?
Richard Armitage. Yeah.
He was
Richard
he
Armitage.
was
I
a
don't think he said
dwarf.
anybody by name, but I think he
Yeah.
was just like, oh, everybody in that cast is gay.
It is my look. I said this already, but like I think it's why he's mad about Hamnet.
Oh, I didn't know he was mad about him.
Well,
Well,
get into this.
he threw some shade at Hamnet recently. I can't remember where. He was like, "I'm not at
Oh,
because
because it didn't address Shakespeare being gay.
He was basically like, I don't think it's very interesting to try and assign, this wonderful his works, which are so important and interesting, this kind of like simple emotional
That specific
narrative.
of it. Yeah.
And like that was a perfectly valid point for him to make, and he made it well. But to me, there is an undercurrent. McKellen's also like, who cares about Shakespeare's wife? Shakespeare was, he was not
Getting
the
dick all
straightest
over
arrow.
London. Yeah.
I don't know if he actually feels that way. I shouldn't put words in Ian McKellen's mouth.
Getting dick all over London is the title of the spin-off movie for
He was
Hamnet
getting dick
that
all over Britain, dude.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
traveling.
the Northlands, I
Um,
imagine, were just teeming with I don't know.
Kelsey Grammer did some interview where he was just like, they were like, I'm sure you can't say anything about Doomsday. And he was like,
Oh, right.
"Oh,
He's
I
going
had
to be in that.
a great time filming with Pedro Pascal. And like, he just listed all the actors he had been in scenes with. So then people were making the grid of being
Right, like, what does
okay,
he do
So the
in it?
Fantastic Four is
Right.
going to go into the Pocket X-Men universe.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw him on some other show where they were like, now I know you've gotten in trouble before for like admitting, and he goes, yes, I shouldn't have said I'd worked with Pedro. I shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that I choked the life out of the Human Torch in one
Right.
scene.
Oh, you know what? This was some conservative show because they were specifically
Sure,
saying like,
sure.
What would
was it?
Kelsey Grammer be doing on a
So
conservative
ran is
show?
a disaster, and I can exclusively reveal that Doctor Doom fucks Invisible Woman. Sorry,
He was like,
just imagining.
whatever conservative fuck was like,
Right.
you said you had worked with Pedro Pascal. What was it like sharing a set with him? You guys hold pretty different political opinions.
Oh, sure.
And he goes, Pedro, I loved him. He's a terrific guy. And you know what's interesting? We only really had one real conversation, and it was him saying that he thought Me Too was a failure.
Okay.
And I was like, this feels like...
Well, I mean,
I love that in your conception of Kelsey Grammer that he's just Sam the Eagle.
I also love the idea of someone being like, "Hey, Kelsey, was it tough for you working with a left-wing guy?" I'm like, "He's Kelsey. He was
That's
in
all
like
he
La
fucking
Cage
does.
au Feu
Right,
on
right,
Broadway.
right.
I think he's encountered a liberal
Right,
in his
yes,
life.
Yeah, he worked with
Like,
David
I-
Hyde Pierce and
yeah.
BB Newirth his
Right.
entire career.
I think he's figured out how to navigate that in his life.
Yeah.
People act like he just like only does red tube movies
right,
or whatever.
Right.
No, he's like the old school Hollywood conservative.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I want my taxes lower and my cigars
Yeah.
cheap or whatever. Yeah.
Years upon years of him and Bo Derek just going to the RNC every year and being like, we got two of them.
Right, exactly.
All right, guys, we're gonna do the Blankies. We gotta do the Blankies.
All right.
Okay,
Come on.
right.
We
Guys,
gotta
we're going to do the Blankies.
All
We got to do the
come on.
Blankies.
We gotta, come on. Let's do our, so what we're doing here on the Blank Check
Mhm.
Awards, just for new listeners who this is their first episode, and I'm sure that's going really well for them, is we say essentially our Oscar ballots for the big categories at the year. Right, Griffin?
Yes,
Isn't
that's
that
what we do. That's what we do here.
And
Yeah.
what category do you all want to start with? Because I don't really care. I'm up for anything.
We're traditionalists. I feel like we usually start with one of the supporting.
We always do.
Right?
Is there? Do you?
We
do
could
you
start
prefer?
with the screenplays if we wanted to get really crazy.
No, I want to
but
start with the supporting.
Okay.
Let's start with
All right.
supporting categories that are fairly wide open at the Oscars this year.
They
And
are.
in
Interesting.
a sort of a fun twist.
I'm going to say
I
this is an anti-disclaimer disclaimer.
Okay.
Anti-disclaimer.
This is the year that I finally just gone like, it has become prohibitive
Uh-huh.
to shadow ban movies made by people who have been on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Oh, interesting.
Well, because we're getting
Yeah.
too
We-
big.
Your reach is too far. Yes.
So you're
it's
saying
a true
like,
humble brag.
Kreger, you're in. Nia DaCosta. I'm trying to think like who made movies this year that has
Ari
been on the show.
Aster.
Ari.
Yeah.
Welcome in, buddy. You're in
Yeah.
the ballots.
Yeah. Alex Ross Perry made 2 movies,
He
one of
did.
which I'm
That
in.
crazy fucker. You're in it.
That
Yeah.
crazy motherfucker. But it was like we had some of it last year with I Saw the TV Glow, which was one of my favorite movies, and we
That's
had
right.
Jane on the show.
Mhm.
And it always been this thing of like, well, there's high level working people we've had on the show who wouldn't really say I'm like friends with, but to the listener, does it seem like there's the same level of familiarity, and is there implied
So
bias?
don't even
Or
trip
sometimes
yourself up.
I would get
right.
into the other thing of, is it more fair to just put all of them to the side so that I can't offend anyone by snubbing them?
Yeah. But
Was
now
the equal part of it. Now it's just impossible.
Look,
Well,
I
now
will
there's
say-
enough of them where now they sort of like battle it out in this imaginary ballad of.
last year I did not nominate the film that I made, Emilia Paris.
Of
Because
course.
I didn't
Right.
want
Well,
I made that film.
That's
I played every
integrity.
part.
Yes.
I wrote all the songs.
Yes.
You did all the.
I did all the tweets.
You did. Yeah, I was gonna say you did all the tweets. You did all the interviews after the fact.
But also, you didn't give the awards to yourself because you were so tired of winning. You were winning so much.
Right. This year, my best friend Cynthia Erivo,
Uh-huh.
I
Right.
decided to not include her because we are best friends.
Sure.
And I also can't actually attend our ceremony if we do one because I will be playing 27 parts in a one-man Dracula show.
Perfect. And I heard that was the same thing the Oscars said,
Yes.
that they would have nominated Wicked for Good in every category.
But they're best friends with her, so they
It's
couldn't
conflict
do
of
it.
interest.
Right. The statue is her best friend.
They're best friends. They hold her one finger. Supporting actor.
Best Supporting Actor.
Okay, great. So Griffin,
Mhm.
your supporting actress winner last year, presenting this award,
Okay.
was Renata Reinsve
Yeah.
for a different,
Different Man.
Yeah.
That was a good choice.
Joe,
you.
yours was, and mine,
Mhm.
both of ours, was Michelle Austin for Hard Truth.
Mm.
So she's back too.
She's back too.
So, yeah, Griffin, whatever. Give me your supporting actors.
Look, I tried not to overthink these this year. It was what came to me. I'll be doing some last second cuts in the categories where I have 6 people jotted down mostly to see who's not being covered by you guys.
Got it.
But supporting actor, I had a pretty clean 5.
Mm.
Benicio del Toro in a picture called One Battle After Another. And boy, if you heard the song I wrote for that, you'd still be
Tears
laughing.
down our face.
Toes would
Okay.
still be tapping.
Big, strong guys.
Yeah.
Tears in their eyes. Michael Cera, The Phoenician Scheme. Delroy Lindo in Sinners. a performance I am pleasantly surprised to be aligned with the Oscars on.
Yeah.
It was one of my punch the air moments.
Yeah,
when he
absolutely,
got that
absolutely.
nom.
Rafe Fiennes in 28 Years Later,
He's there.
and Billy Crudup in J. Kelly.
Nice.
It's very good. He's got the one scene. I mean, I know it's a couple scenes, but it's that one big
The
scene.
one big
Yes.
knockout. Yeah.
I would say I might put an additional title on this of, is this the thermostat performance of the year?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Except to some people, Jay Kelly went from like 67 degrees to 68 degrees. So, like no one got hot watching it. You and I like that movie.
I
a
like
lot.
that movie.
But you know what I mean? Like generally there was.
But
yeah.
I'll say this. I had a different thought of an honorific while watching this performance. And
Okay.
at one point I was like, do I just put it to the side and not put in proper best supporting actor?
mhm.
My thought was, is this the black box performance of the year? Where you go, why don't they build the whole movie out of this thing?
Sure. Got it. Yes.
I think there's a juice to that like 8-minute chunk of the movie
It's
that as much
juicy.
as I like the film, I'm like, this is the fucking potent thing. If I'm
Yeah.
Baumbach, whatever I think I'm writing,
Yeah.
I get to that scene. Even
Yeah.
on paper, before you cast Crudup and he knocks it out of the fucking park,
Mhm.
I go,
agree.
maybe this is the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe these guys spend the whole night together and that's the film.
I can see it.
Jay Kelly versus whatever that guy's name is.
Well, the point is we don't know his
That's
name.
we're proving the
Because
point right
Jay
here.
fucking
Jay
just
Kelly
so
Fucking
damn-
Kelly. I'm Jay Kelly. You're Jay Kelly. You're up here. You're down here. That movie, here's another award I'll throw out. Worst trailer of the year.
Oh
I know,
boy.
you hated the trailer. You were always saying how it, like almost poisoned you against.
You
the
saw
movie.
an early screening of the movie.
I did. They showed it to me.
You were
very
like,
early.
it's really excellent.
I
I
was a
was
big
like,
fan.
this thing looks like dog shit.
It was
the
a bad
fuck
trailer.
is Sim smoking? I saw the
I
trailer.
was smoking that dank weed. I
I
will
saw the
say.
trailer before like everything. It kept
Right.
playing at the Angelica and the Paris when I was
Ah.
seeing a lot of things
It's
at
probably
those two
still
theaters.
playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it is impossible this movie will do anything to me other than leave me with an overwhelming desire to eat glass.
Mm.
And then the movie started and I was just like, the trailer makes it look like fucking Cinema Paradiso 4.
Sure. Yeah.
Is Cinema Paradiso? There's a real like genre of foreign film that is bad
Uh-huh.
that was loved. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like Cinema Paradiso, Life is Beautiful,
Cola.
Il Pastino, huh?
Cola? Was that movie?
Kolya is a
Kolya.
great example.
Yeah.
Which
Foreign
is like,
language
and when
winner.
I say bad, it's not bad. It's like a sort of 7 out of 10, like sweet
Yeah.
movie, but like where you're like, oh, this is kind of dumb.
All
It's
I
just in
remember is the
another
director
language.
like carrying the kid on his
Exactly.
shoulder up to
Yeah.
the stage or
Yeah.
whatever.
and that was the
taking Oscar.
poster.
I-
and the kid was covering
I
his
saw that
eyes.
film
Uh-huh.
in theaters.
Yeah.
I remember it being very sweet.
Yeah.
Look, we're not doing the happy birthday sign thing. Credit to Mulaney. And the two of you are going to
No,
list your
we're
best
never gonna
supporting
do that.
actor
Yeah.
categories.
Okay.
But I do want to say it's a shift that people don't know.
But 10 minutes on Kolya. No, you're right. That like foreign film used to be the treacly shit, and now it's
Yes.
not so much.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
And the
Yeah, yeah,
biggest
yeah.
change was it used to be to vote in that category,
Right.
you had to go to a marathon screening.
You had to go
Yeah.
to so many screens.
No, but you specifically, I think, when the 5 films were nominated,
Sure.
you had to go to a full day marathon of all of them.
That's crazy.
and so the only people who would do that,
We're the oldest people in the world.
Well,
was,
right.
Was,
Who are-
was always the
who are
trope,
like
yes.
ready for the treacly layups,
Yeah,
the kind of sweetest movie
Or
always
is it
won.
about the Holocaust or
Right.
like
Which
the
is
war
always-
at
or
very
something
least,
like
I mean,
that?
you know,
Yeah.
maybe it was the opposite, but I know certainly for the nomination process that was part of it.
It was I think it was more the nominations.
You
it
had
was
to
that
see
you had
every
to be,
single
and
one.
It was only retirees because
Yeah.
no one
Yes.
else had the time.
But
Yes.
that's always been the double-edged sword of the Oscars, which is ideally you would like all the people
Yes.
voting on the Oscars to have seen all of the movies that
Right.
they're voting on. And the realistic thing is the only people who do that are 80-year-old people who have nothing else to do.
and Kirsten Dunst.
And Kirsten Dunst, she has said she sees all the movies.
Joe,
That's why she's our hero.
who are your nominees for Best Supporting Actor?
Best supporting actor, I have Austin Abrams in Weapons.
Oh yeah.
Michael Cera in The Phoenician Scheme.
2 noms for this
Hell
guy.
yeah.
So good. Billy Crudup in Jay Kelly.
Hell yes.
Stacking.
William H. Macy in Train Dreams.
Okay.
And Dylan O'Brien in Twinless.
Is he supporting?
I fudged it, maybe.
It's a tweener.
Best actor's
fudge.
tough.
It's
Yeah,
a tweener
it
and a
is.
twinner.
Best actor's tough. He's a
Very good
tweener.
performance
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
Dylan. I guess he is. I mean, the other one, the one I wanted to say bye-bye to
and-
upon meeting.
You and my
is
my
more the
podcast
lead.
co-host Chris File are of the same opinion on that guy.
What's his name again? The guy who wrote
James Sweeney.
it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
directed it?
Yeah,
and directed
I believe
it.
so.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so you got 2 shared noms with Griff there. Crudup
Fascinating.
and
Yeah.
what was the other one? I already forgot. Oh, Sarah.
Michael Cera
She's so
and Crudup.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
he's so
Yeah.
good. Okay, I'll do mine. All right, and then
right.
we can discuss. I have Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another. I have Delroy Lindo for Sinners, so I have that.
Wow.
I am going to just say that like Ralph Fiennes is a very obvious candidate for me. I'm going to hold him out just to have a little
I'm doing
fun.
the same thing. I'm sticking a pin
And
in
obviously
Rafe.
also his Bone Temple nom is inscribed
Etched in stone.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And you're
There's
like, next year he's in lead?
Yeah.
Arguably?
I think sort of. I
Yeah.
was sort of thinking about that.
I would say I would
Yeah.
put him
Yeah.
in lead.
I was
He's
so
more the lead.
I was so conscious.
The kid is the lead of
Yes.
the first one,
Yeah.
and maybe kind of Aaron Johnson.
I was
is what-
so conscious of my Adam Driver fuck up in Blankies Awards pass,
Oh, sure.
where in the Force Awakens and Last Jedi years, Adam Driver was my 6th, and I cut him on
supporting guy.
air.
Right.
And I was like,
And
because
you're
I'll
like,
give him the
surely
award.
then the third one, it'll
Correct.
be,
he'll crush it
For
in the
Rise
third
of
one.
Skywalker,
Yeah.
I'll come back around and give
know
him
what?
the trophy.
He did his best in Rise of Skywalker. Adam Driver is not the issue.
Not the-
not
yeah,
the glaring
No,
issue with that
no,
movie.
right.
No, but I couldn't
no.
be like,
well, the difference
and
here
best
is
actor goes
Yeah.
to Adam Driver for Rise of Skywalker.
the difference here is we've seen Bone Temple. Bone Temple does
Yeah.
not pull a Rise of
Yeah,
Skywalker.
no,
So,
no, yes,
all right.
absolutely.
So sorry. So I have Del Toro and Lindo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have Alexander Skarsgård in Pillion.
Mhm.
Nicholas Hoult in Superman.
So good.
I considered it.
And Matthew Penchion, I'm not sure how to say his name,
Hmm.
in Nouvelle
And
Vague,
Nouvelle Vague.
who plays Raoul Cotard,
Okay.
where I was like, did Richard Linklater fucking open a time tunnel? How did he
Yeah.
find a guy who looks like Raoul Cotard, one, like so much,
Sure.
and two, get the coolest performance I've ever seen of a guy, Godard is just annoying at him for 5 minutes, and he goes like, "Oof, okay. And I was just like, cannot take my eyes off this guy.
It is. I still have not seen that movie because it doesn't exist. But
It exists, but it's tough to watch it on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
it is crazy from the trailers and the images I've seen how well he has physically matched every single
Sure.
famous French new wave behind the camera
Yes, this is
person.
the like.
Mhm.
I think all the performances in that movie are fine, but that's right. You're just like, it's a magic trick. How do you get them to all look like this?
And you
fucking
look them
guy?
up, and almost all of them have zero previous
Never,
credits.
yes,
Yeah.
He just like went around Paris going like, and then
Yeah.
people just like showed up.
He
I don't
lit
know.
a cigarette, and they all ran towards him.
A performance I really loved.
Mhm.
My winner is Benicio del Toro.
My winner is also Benicio del Toro.
Benicio, I should say, was a close 6 on mine. I
Mhm.
think all of the Oscar nominees are really good this year. So, like, it was tough leaving all of them off, but Benicio was my number 6. My winner is, and I mean, I'm falling into the Oscar voter trap of category fraud, I suppose, but my winner is Dylan O'Brien.
I just don't like that movie.
Yeah,
very much at
I
all.
saw your letterbox review. I'm like, I'm going to be
People are
fighting
so
an uphill
mad at me
battle
about
on this
that.
one.
But I thought Dylan was really good in that movie.
Yeah.
And he's fucking excellent in Send
I
Help.
still haven't seen Send Help. It bothers me so
Joe?
much. I know.
Fuck you, Karen.
I've been watching all the
Linda.
goddamn.
Yeah.
Oscar nominees.
You've had your work
I
cut
have
out
an
for you.
excuse. Yeah.
Del Toro, it for me nudged over the edge by having Phoenician Scheme as well this year.
Yep.
It's-
He's great in that.
It's a valid point.
There's a real like range of, oh right, this guy is
Yeah.
one of the most powerful screen actors ever.
Yeah.
People have started to swing against him, not like in a mega negative way, but I've
Yeah.
seen a little bit of a like, all right, everyone, he doesn't need to win. Like, I don't.
The arc on that performance has been
I
interesting
don't
because
understand.
when the
yeah,
movie
it's
first-
an insane will be remembered for 100 years performance to
when
me.
people
Yes,
first started seeing the
100%.
movie
Yeah.
and Penn seemed like such the obvious
Yes.
jump off
And he's
like for
great.
supporting actor.
Sean Penn is so funny and weird. in
And
it.
so
I
the
love
Del
it.
Toro thing started like this underground, like, am I crazy or is Del Toro the best performance in this movie?
Do you know what it kind of reminded me of?
What?
Departed, where it's like, well, this is a fucking Oscar play if I've ever seen it for Jack Nicholson working
Yeah.
with Scorsese the first time. And then
Sure.
everyone starts being like, is Wahlberg secretly like the best
Right.
performance in that movie?
Yeah. I don't like Wahlberg in that movie, but like that was the arc on that. Yeah.
But it was a similar thing where everyone was like, Penn, obviously, but like,
Yeah.
Del Toro's kind of incredible in this.
Right. Like,
That was
those are the
absolutely
best
how that
parts of the
happened.
movie. It sings the most when
Right.
he's there.
And then it becomes fucking king of memes,
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and then it feels like, oh, I guess he's going to get in. Holy shit, he's winning all the critics awards.
Mhm.
Is he like cakewalking his way to a win? And then it felt like there was some pushback on like, what? We're going to give him a second Oscar because we like small beers?
Oh, that's yes.
Right.
Yeah, give it to the meme guy
Right,
or whatever,
right,
which
right.
like I find so annoying.
He
Like
won one time 25 years ago.
It's
Right.
true. And he's like a Titanic actor
Yes.
who's
Yeah, it's not even
got
like
what,
an Adrian
3
Brody
Oscar
thing.
noms total. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he should have more probably.
Right, he hasn't even,
like,
Yeah.
it's been over 20 years since he was nominated
Yeah.
last.
Was it 21 grams was his
21
last
Grams.
nomination? Wow.
So
yeah.
which he's so good at.
It's
Yeah.
not like a comeback, Brody, you were in the wilderness
Right,
narrative, but it's more
right.
of a like, you know what? This guy has continued to be good, has continued to be great for another
Also,
quarter century since we gave him
Sicario
an
was
Oscar.
the crazy miss for him.
Yeah.
Because he did have major
Yes.
Oscar buzz that year. he
And that
missed out.
movie had a lot of Oscar attention. It got a nomination. The thing about Del Toro, too, is like, I think without him, that movie fails in a way that you can't say about, I think, any other
Joe,
actor in
it's
that movie.
the two reasons I
agree.
give him the win. It's A, because he also had Phoenician Scheme,
Mhm.
right? And it's like, this feels like a year to fucking call it out.
Yeah.
And B, you hear every story about how much he created for that character.
Yeah.
Not just in like the look and whatever, but like
Yeah.
actual core story themes and beats that then had ripple effects across the entire script.
Yes.
It's not just if you pull that performance out, the movie's not as good. It's like the effect he had on the movie at large and the
Yes.
entire creative ecosystem.
And his energy is so different than most of the other characters. And I think it draws you in closer, right?
It's what I love. It's a great old master performance
Mhm.
where you're like, this guy has like cleaned his craft down to the bone.
Mhm.
You know, everything is so simple and unshowy with him.
Yeah.
And he's always classically been one of those, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's just interesting to watch on screen.
Yeah.
But sometimes he can do a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can be big. And even when he was giving more naturalistic performances when he was younger, he was leading on a lot of sort of like
Oh, yeah.
neo James Dean affectations,
Yeah.
which he
Mumbling
did
his way
super
through
well.
Usual Suspects and
Right.
like that kind of stuff.
And
yeah.
you're like, this guy has just like gotten to like Zen master phase.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, he's great.
Good, perfectly cast.
Dylan O'Brien, you want to speak on him for a moment?
Yeah, so he plays two characters in Twinless, and Twinless is a movie that you start off, you sort of think you've got a handle on what's going on. This guy, meets gay guy meets a straight guy in a grief support group, and there's an infatuation going on, and you understand that like something's up. Something's up with the James Sweeney character and whatever. And then it hits a point where you suddenly jump to this flashback and you see Dylan O'Brien as his deceased twin brother, who is the gay one. And not to be like, the straight actor really gets us, but like, it's just it's not only, I think, a really authentic feeling performance, but it also is a blast of like energy in a very different vein. And again, it's a kind of thing where like that movie really needs this guy to sell you on, in the span of one night, he kind of like broke this guy's brain, the James Sweeney's guy's brain. And I just think it's really incredible. And then you go back to the other character and he just goes through this very this emotional journey that I find really, really good. And there's a degree of like Dylan O'Brien, little teen wolf guy, you know what I mean? Like making good. And I really like that aspect to it. And yeah, I just think that was a movie that stuck with me from when I saw it
Sundance.
earlier in the season. Yeah, I was not able to watch it at Sundance because some busybodies decided to pirate it and got it removed from.
Busybody.
They were screenshotting butts.
Yeah, they
and,
sure were.
They got in trouble.
They sure were.
That's
So
so
I wasn't
true.
able to see it until later in the year, but I really liked it. I almost went with Bill Macy and Train Dreams, which that movie turned out to be a lot more divisive than I thought it was going to
did.
be when I saw
I
it.
liked that movie just fine when I saw it at Sundance. I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
I thought it was nice. I thought William H. Macy was nice. I did not anticipate it becoming the cinephile Civil War movie
I
of
was
the year.
really, really thrown by that. Apparently, people who read books have opinions about things.
Well, it changes the book, but like that
Sure.
that doesn't bother me because
Yeah.
whatever, change whatever you want. But Griffin, you were kind of whelmed by it. I feel like you were
Yeah,
not. You were not like anti.
I could not click
right.
into it. I might give another shot someday. I just need to call this out.
Yes.
Call it out.
And I'm glad
the,
you put
the
it
Putters
here.
and Murmurs thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Because we've gotten a lot of messages.
This thing
about
screens at Sundance, and immediately people are blowing up. It's a lock, right?
passing us notes, being like Macy and Train
It
Dreams.
was equivalent to running down the mountain and saying J.K. Simmons is going to win Best Supporting Actor next year
Sure.
out of the
yes.
Whiplash screening.
Right.
People just saying it's done. It's
Right.
a lock. So,
Mark it down.
you know, possibly this put a burden on the movie that it was hard for it to cross.
Sure.
But he comes on screen, and I immediately go, the fuck are these people
He's
talking
so
about?
eloquent in that movie.
Old-timey vernacular
Yes.
does not make
Yes.
a putter or murmur.
I
Yes.
would agree.
He is
And
speaking clearly in an old style of language.
it's just he's got a corncob pipe. I
Yeah.
think it's just kind of throwing people.
It is.
And like a big white beard
Right.
and all that.
I
Yes.
get it, but-
He's got
but
accoutrements,
I
but
feel
like the
like
vocal
He's
is
got
not.
a coot.
Oh,
Ramon.
This is true.
Yes.
That's good.
Every year we have to redefine what Putters and
We
Murmurs
do.
is because I think it couldn't be more clear, and yet it's constantly misinterpreted. There was an iron lock Putters and Murmurs performance for me.
Someone turn the
Please.
camera on.
I
Turn
saw
the camera on,
early in the
Griffin.
first
Let's
half
get
of
it
the
on.
Turn the
Yeah.
TikTok camera on,
Yeah.
Kyle. Yeah.
Clifton Collins Jr. in Eddington. This is why Putters and Murmurs exists.
That's an interesting. I have not thought too hard about Clifton
The fuck
Collins
are we
Jr.
talking
Eddington.
about?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, Griffin. What are we talking about? All right, wait, no, well, should we put
This
a
is what
pin
we're
in
talking
Putters and
about here.
Murmurs?
Magic card. No, that's the winner. I'm just letting people know. Clifton Collins Jr. is
No,
the
but
winner.
come
of
on.
Put-
Is there no one else?
Well, I guess we could get back
Well,
around.
Yeah,
So-
we'll have that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, we can get back to that. Okay.
Is there anyone else you want to call out in your category?
I really loved Austin Abrams in Weapons. Much as I
Excellent
love
performance.
Amy
Excellent
Madigan.
actor.
Great actor.
I don't know if Austin Abrams owns the middle of that movie to the degree that Amy Madigan owns the last third of that movie, but he holds the center
Mhm.
portion of
he
that
picks
movie
up the torch with aplomb.
so well.
Yep.
And he's so entertaining. I love, obviously, I love Alden Ehrenreich, former Blankie winner of
Yes.
mine for Hail Caesar.
Yes.
But I was just like, this, you assume that it's just like, all right, this tweaker is going to be cannon fodder for, whatever monsters are happening in this movie. And he becomes so like affecting weirdly. And
Yeah.
you really end up feeling for this guy.
Yes.
And it really works.
It is a performance that is like
also
beautifully lacking in judgment.
Yeah.
In a way that I feel like a lot of actors would play that character condescendingly.
Yeah.
While
Yes.
also successfully finding all the humor where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a really good actor.
And then we had
Um,
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera,
High five.
high five.
He's so funny. in
You
that
also
movie.
add in how good he is in The Running Man.
I haven't seen it yet, but
He is
I
the
believe
best
you.
part of that movie.
yeah.
Not only
I
that,
believe it.
you get to his scene.
Although you know who else is good in Running Man? William H. Macy.
He is.
yeah.
With weirdly high billing, considering the size of his role. Similar to
Agent.
Train Dreams.
Good agent.
Good agent.
Yeah.
Really good agent.
And also not a lot of big guys in the movie, I guess.
No. Michael Cera shows up for like one extended sequence, like
Yeah.
a 10-minute chunk of Running Man, and immediately you're like, does
Yeah.
this whole movie work better if Michael Cera is in the Glenn Powell role?
Yeah.
Definitely. Do most movies work better if
Right.
Michael Cera's in the lead role?
And
I really feel like we as a culture have, or at least as like a cinephile culture,
Yeah.
have turned on Glenn Powell in a way in the last couple years.
I'm
Poor
still
guy.
rooting for the guy 100%.
I am too, but like,
I don't think Running Man is his fault. I think people have been a little quick to throw him under the bus and be like, oh, so that was a nothing burger.
but like the days of Hitman. The days
Yeah.
of Hitman are sort of
I just think
seem like they're far.
there's a
behind
lot
us.
of automatic hostility to the type of guy
Yes.
he's like,
Sure.
the type of star role he plays
sure,
right now.
yeah,
And so it's sort of like tougher for him to win people over. And then, he made a couple kind of meh movies and people are like, all right, buddy,
Yeah.
I
I
knew you
also-
were reheated nachos. Get out of here.
Short
Like,
leash, yeah.
I think we had like a 15-year stretch of like studios really pushing your Headlands and your Hunnams and your
Yeah.
Kitches
Yep.
and
Yes.
all these guys who never quite
Many
made
of
it
whom I'm a
work.
fan of, but yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think there is still some residual kind of knee-jerk resistance to
what are they pushing this guy on us for?
right.
Yeah.
And I think Powell works really hard to be like, I am not a psyop. I
Right.
care. But then the second he makes one movie that doesn't work, people are like, I fucking
I
knew
knew it. I called it.
But
I was never fooled.
But Sarah's really fucking good in Running Man, and you
Yeah.
watch it, and the performance he's giving is very different than I'd say anything he's ever done before on
Yeah.
screen. It's a really interesting, like, hostile performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you watch it and you're like, oh, right. On top of everything else, this guy did fucking like 18 months of kung fu training
did.
with Edgar Wright. Like,
Yeah.
he also can do fucking fight
Yeah.
scenes and shit. And Phoenician Scheme, I'm watching it in the first half. I'm like, Yeah, all the memes, of course.
He's
How have they not done a film together yet?
He's
Wes
a
Anderson
nerd.
Yeah, he's
and
awkward.
Michael
He's
Cera.
good.
He's
Yeah.
doing it really well. It's a good fit. He's making funny choices. I like that he's playing like a fucking European Eddie Bracken role.
Sure.
Whatever, this is good, but like, there's part of me going, is this all Wes Anderson's going to use him for?
Sure.
And it is part of like the argument for why Wes Anderson's not fucking stuck in a rut.
Yeah.
Whoever thinks that is.
Without ruining
Correct.
any of the twists of the movie, like halfway through, he just throws an entirely different assignment at Michael Cera. And it's like, right, this guy gets
Yeah.
that we pigeonhole Cera into doing like two things well.
Turns out Wes Anderson has seen both Twin Peaks: The Return and Molly's Game because he
And
knows
Youth and
that like
Revolt,
Sarah's
all
got
of it.
that energy
Like,
to him.
right,
Yeah.
everyone likes to say this guy only plays himself.
Yeah.
But like, there is a pretty astonishing range within the tapestry of Michael Cera's particular frequency.
Michael Cera only plays himself is really funny because I don't know if I could give you a real good sense of who I think
No,
Michael Cera
exactly.
is as a person.
Well, I also, that's my problem with ever people have that criticism
Yeah.
where it's like, you're saying blank only plays themselves.
yeah.
So what you're saying is their performances remind you of how they act in interviews, which also might be an act.
Right.
You don't know who they fucking are.
Right.
Anyway,
Wow.
that was my
Deep.
little stump speech.
Little rant mode there.
All right, turn the TikTok camera off. That was good.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, Holt, that's a performance I adore.
Oh, Holton Superman is so
Lindo,
fucking good.
We've
Jesus.
showered praise on Delroy Lindo on these episodes over the years. I don't
I'm
know.
crossing my fingers that he could come out of nowhere and win.
It really
win the
feels
Oscar.
like
Is
any
there-
Sorry,
one of the five could
JJ.
win.
Sorry, JJ's Twitter rant or Blue Sky rant last night.
What's JJ
What?
fucking
No, he
ranting about?
It was a reasonable.
I'll just start
reasonable
composing
point,
the
which
email
is-
now. Fire.
File the paperwork.
I'm
Yeah.
normally the one being like, you guys are too mean to JJ, but this one I was just like, it was a decent point of just like, Delroy Lindo should have had 12 Oscar nominations by now. It would be weird if he
He's
wins.
saying he's
for
the seventh
this-
or eighth most
for
notable
this
career.
particular
That's-
I don't
that's
disagree
so-
with
I don't
him,
disagree
and
with
yet,
that either.
Who gives a shit?
That's also
Well,
my thing.
If we give him an Oscar for this now, I'm not going to be like, that one? Like,
He's really good in it.
excellent in this.
Yes.
he's
And
really good
after,
in it.
I think the Five Blood snub is the most egregious of this decade, in
It's
my
a
opinion.
crazy
It
snub.
is.
It's that
That
Marion
also
John
might have been
Baptiste are
one
the two.
we all
Yeah.
might have agreed
But
on.
with him, he's got the ultimate, like, how had he never been nominated and they served him this performance on a platter?
Yeah.
And I see Sinners a year ago, and he pops up on screen, and I'm like, oh, fuck, Delroy's in the pocket in this.
Yeah.
This movie's a hit.
Yeah.
There's a year to go, but could this possibly be an Oscar contender?
Mm.
He gets his big monologue.
Yeah.
He gets to, like, run throughout basically the whole picture,
Mhm.
but be, like, just perfect supporting, like, juice.
Mm.
And it made me so happy that he has, like, stuck in the whole time and
I
has
know.
been a legitimate contender. in my
Who do
mind.
you think will win the Oscar?
Right now, my inclination is Stellan Skarsgård.
That's
Well,
mine too.
I talked about this. Griffin was there lurking behind me when I recorded.
Excuse me, it's called producing.
Critical Darlings yesterday. And I mentioned that like our friend Kyle Buchanan's stone cold certainty throughout this season that once the industry awards happen, that Sean Penn is going to run the table,
Kyle has been banging
Yeah.
that drum.
and that has the BAFTAs sort of leaned into that.
Yeah.
So
I don't see it.
I'm hoping that that's not the case. Not because I don't like that performance, because I do.
He's unbelievable in that movie.
Yes.
But he has 2 Oscars.
I
I
got
just
he
don't
has 2
need
Oscars already, and
Which
that
is
category.
so weird if that thing fucking stuck to Benicio. We need to give him a second
Yeah,
one, and then
it's-
Penn wins a third.
when Penn wins a third. I think that category is so wide open that it would just be really fun if Delroy Lindo could, because sometimes my thing with awards is sometimes when somebody gets nominated without a ton of precursors, it's like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
You're like, well, clearly they must have really liked that. They must have really liked that performance.
Sure.
Because they sort of disregarded the, pencil sketch outline of the nominees and put him in
We
instead.
were also talking about this, or you were talking about this on Critical Darlings yesterday, but like sometimes people get a career boost from the snub.
Yes.
Like as angry as everyone was that
Yeah.
he didn't get the Five Bloods nomination in
Yes.
the worst Oscar year,
Yes.
it led to like several years of discourse of being like, remember when the fucking Academy didn't?
It can help. It can help
got
for
in
sure.
people's heads, I think, a little bit in a way that boosted him in this. But this also feels like when you got to his monologue in the car, I was like, Ryan Coogler kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler sat down and was like, someone needs to fucking figure out how to get Delroy Lindo nominated.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I
I'm going to give him like a combo platter character where he gets to do everything.
I think Skarsgård will win because I think the Oscars really like that movie, and that's where they can award it.
That's
They
my
do. Yeah.
feeling as well, combined with
and
him.
also, and he's another like sort of just major guy
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
never gotten an Oscar nomination, and it's a quasi lead role,
Right.
and it's a sad dad, and it's just a lot of stuff that they tend to vibe with.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows?
Back to the Blankies after these messages. Best Supporting Actress.
Supporting actress.
Let's do supporting actress. Okay, so our winners last year for supporting actor were for Griffin, the twink from Menorah, Mark Eddie
Mark
Schreiber.
Eidelstein.
Yeah.
For me, to my surprise, Edward Norton.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And for you, Joe, the brutalist, Mr. Guy Pearce
Guy
himself.
Pearce, sure.
Who I'm sure will be super normal presenting this award. I will do mine first, I
All
guess,
right.
just to
Yep.
switch it up.
Yep.
My nominees are Tiana Taylor for One Battle After Another, and Regina Hall for One Battle After Another. Amy
Wow.
Madigan for Weapons, Mariam Afshari for It Was Just an Accident, and Una Chaplin for Avatar: Fire and Ash.
There you go.
Normal 5.
Mhm.
Very
Wow.
deeply.
Yeah. Okay. Those are my guys. I was fairly chalk though with
Yeah.
the One Battle girls have to be there.
I went with Miriam Afshari for It Was Just an Accident, Nina Haas for Hedda,
Mm-hmm.
Yom Hairan, apologies if I did not pronounce that correctly, for No Other Choice, Amy Madigan for Weapons, and Wunmi Masaku for Sinners.
Love her. Love that nom.
I
For
do
the
too.
Oscars.
I have to make one tough cut here.
All right.
Well, you can tell
An
us who
annual
it is.
tradition. Griffin making
My
a
tough
on
cut
the
was
fly.
Gwyneth, who I just love.
Yeah.
in
My
that
tough cut,
movie.
I mean, Gwyneth too. My tough cut was obviously Tiana Taylor. I think Tiana Taylor is incredible.
Yeah, I
She's
mean,
doing all right without me.
I
She's
love
fine.
the Regina Hall performance, and I'm sort of cheating it by giving it my Sergeant Shroom Award, which is a performance where, like, I wish I could nominate it.
Sergeant Shroom, just for people who
Yeah, I
don't
might need
remember,
an
is Vin
assist.
Diesel's character in Billy Lynn's long
Got it.
halftime walk.
Got
Yes.
it. Got it.
I love Regina
I know
Hall.
everyone remembers that.
I think
but-
she's incredible in that movie.
Yeah.
I think it is to the credit of the movie and the performance that it could so easily have the explosive Oscar moment that would have made it an undeniable contender.
Much like Vin Diesel and Billy Lynn's halftime walk, when that casting got announced,
Yes.
people were like, Oscar
Well,
nomination?
that's why, of course, we call
Yeah.
it the Sergeant Shroom Award.
Of course, yeah.
But that character is so defined by the quiet and what isn't said and the in between spaces.
Totally.
She's incredible in that.
Eyes.
I'm using that as a cheat to not give her
Okay.
one of my 5. I have, to some great surprise. Wait a second. Please drop your rolling pins. Una Chaplin in Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
Marisa Bella in Black Bag.
Sure.
Hot.
Kirsten Dunst in Roofman.
Yep.
She's so good in that movie.
Yep.
Wunmi Masako, I will say, I think is an incredible performance and was my vote for SAG this year.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm dropping her for my 5 only because she's being represented by the Oscars and I want to get my 5 weird people in.
Yep.
Emma Stone in Eddington. Incredible performance.
Not a performance I liked, but carry
I think
on.
an incredible performance.
Sure.
And Nina Haas and Hedda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a tough cut for me too because she's really good
She
in that movie.
rules in that movie.
The only problem I have with that performance is that it's almost too easy. Where I'm like, well, yeah, of course, Nina Haas playing like the person who you can't get over, who's so powerful, she ruined your life, walking around in that dress or that outfit. You know,
Right.
yeah. Of course, that's
Shaming
gonna
all the
work
men.
on
Yeah.
screen.
Well,
Good
people
thinking, Nia.
talk so much about like, oh, if you just like flip the gender of that character, the whole text transforms
Right.
like so rapidly. And it's like, no, but also if you just put
Nina Haas.
in
She's
that
very
role,
Mm-hmm.
She's very
Right.
good.
Mm-hmm.
someone
Yeah.
who also has had a gabbler before,
Yeah, very
has
cool.
is
Yeah,
like
that's
been
not
on both
surprising.
sides of this situation.
Yeah.
Who are
a
your
very cool
winners,
movie.
gentlemen?
Joe, who's your winner?
I'm going on the fly. I'm going to go with Miriam Afshari for It Was Just an Accident.
She's so good in that movie. My winner is Amy Madigan.
That was my almost, yeah.
who I thought was going to win the Oscar, but now I guess I feel like she might not.
But it also might happen.
it could.
It's still good. I
Yeah.
think that category is pretty up in the air.
That feels like a 3-way race.
Tiana, Wunmi, and Amy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the sentimental value women cancel each other out.
I agree.
Mhm.
Yep.
But like that feels like an even 3-way.
If I had
Supporting actor feels
yeah.
like a 5-way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had a crisp $100 bill, I'd put it on Tiana, but
I would too.
but only slightly.
I wonder if
By the way, Griffin, you owe me a crisp $100 bill. I gotta do something with it. So.
oh sure.
Yeah.
I feel like Amy Madigan might pull it out at the end.
Yeah.
For
That'd
similar
be
reason
great.
to Stellan Skarsgård of like the Hollywood firmament being like, you know what? Yeah. Thank you for all your service.
Did you see somebody finally asked her in an interview about the her and Ed Harris refusing the
And
clap
her
for
answer
Ellie
was
Kazan?
pretty
She
fucking
stuck by it,
perfect.
and I was just like, go
It
with
was
that.
it was
Yeah.
pretty excellent. I
Yes.
think every interview she's done has been on
She's been
fire.
great.
Uh,
Wearing all those suits.
my supporting actress winner is Nina Haas, which is like my performance of the year.
Yeah,
She's so good.
And I getting to the earlier point we were making, I was like, oh, but do I give it to her because I gave her Best Actress for Phoenix, didn't I? And then I looked back, and Phoenix was the year before we
So you
started
escaped.
doing it. So I was like,
Oh.
that's my private spreadsheet. I
Mhm.
put her in my Best of the Decade Best Actress lineup.
Yep.
But because I haven't given her an award on mic before, I'm going Nina Haas. on
Best
that.
of the Decade, the podcast episode that caused COVID.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah.
We left that recording. I was like, guys, I'm going to go to a rowdy screening of Cats and then live forever.
Still, we're doing great. We're
Yeah.
doing great.
Yeah.
Varang is mad at you though, and she is going to set you on fire.
Yeah.
I just,
That's how it goes.
we'll have a separate conversation off mic.
David, you and I agreed on Miriam F. Shari, though.
I
The
mean,
scene-
I
the
think she's
scene-
never been in a movie before.
The
as far as
scene
I
by
know.
the tree with the taillight,
Yes.
the taillight illumination was. I mean, there's some really good scenes in a lot of good movies this year, but like that was up there for me. I really thought, for as much as I love the ending of that movie, and that's kind of what everybody talked about, but like for me, the scene of that movie is that one right
Yeah.
there.
Been
And
one
she-
other movie before.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, then that movie is one of my favorites of the years. Yeah, Tiana and Regina, it's very obvious. Amy Madigan,
Yep.
just, you know, did you clock her when you saw the movie? Like, were you like, this is Amy Madigan? Like when the character appeared? Because I was not really like.
I definitely didn't in the
I was
trailer.
so
when
in the movie,
Yeah.
right? Like, so
Yeah.
and like obviously Gladys's first appearance is when she's, apart from the little glimpses, is when she's in full wig mode.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's kind of like the "Don't Look Now" thing, where I'm like, did he just like find someone from another dimension?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. What is this? Who is
Right.
this?
My problem.
And then when you see her with the wig off, I was kind of like, okay, no. Who is this? This is an actress I know. Anyway,
Yeah.
carry your
No,
problem.
my problem is that the release of that film basically directly coincided with the worst of my No Other Choice-esque dental nightmares.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where
Right. You took
basically-
a while to see it.
I couldn't see the movie for like a week
Yeah.
because I was sick and vomiting from dental infection. So by like,
Dental infection?
yeah, Ben, I had a lot of things going on.
His gums got all fucked up.
Remember, my mouth was bleeding.
Tooth stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
My mouth was bleeding, Bert. Sorry.
Within 3 days, people were already doing the like, can Amy Madigan get a supporting actress nomination?
Yeah,
thing.
right. Like,
So
just as a cheat.
I
as a
went
little,
in
whoa,
knowing
maybe we'll sneak
she
it
was
in.
a
Yeah.
thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah, totally. You loved Emma Stone and Eddington. That's not a performance I like.
Yeah, I liked Eddington a lot.
me
and That
too.
sort of sits on the maybe.
That was my least
the
favorite
lean
part
ledger.
of it.
I don't dislike her Yorgos performances, but
I don't either.
this was my
No,
favorite
she's
performance she has given in many years. I thought it was the most different thing I have seen her do in a long time. I think she's capturing something really interesting for me, which is in a movie that is all about like everyone's living in separate realities,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That for me so accurately captures the chaos of what it feels to be alive right now, and that no one can agree on the ground we're standing on.
Right.
This very tricky thing of like people who have experienced extreme trauma can be disconnected from reality in a way that is a coping mechanism
Sure.
Yes.
where you don't know
Yeah.
whether to believe them or not.
Yeah.
Even when you have endless sympathy for the understanding of what caused
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
this disconnect.
Whatever happened to
Well, and then
them,
you have
know.
Deirdre O'Connell in the other room breaking stick
Right.
figures and
She's doing
casting
great.
spells.
She
Right.
wins.
And I think Emma Stone gets the kind of weird husk of that really right.
Fair
It
enough.
really worked for me. I found it very gripping. Yeah.
I also just want to shout out Yom Hairan for No Other Choice, who plays the wife of the guy that the main character is trying to knock off, and is so funny.
Yes.
Oh,
And,
yes, yes,
um,
She's very funny.
yes.
A great running performance. Every time she runs somewhere in that movie, I think it's very funny.
Your winner's Miriam.
My winner is Miriam.
Griffin,
Yes.
who's your winner?
Nina Haas.
Right, of course, right. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yes,
saying
and
movie.
you've
Okay,
got it
great.
in there.
I'm going to read you the Blankies supporting performance winners.
Okay.
Got it.
Or I'll go from 10 to 1.
Okay.
10, Miles Caton and Sinners, a great find,
Yep.
great performance. 9, Odessa Zion and Marty Supreme.
Mhm.
8, Stellan Skarsgård and Sentimental Value.
Mhm.
7, Delroy Lindo. 6, Inga Ibsdotter Lilius. Is that how you say
Yeah,
it? In
Quiet
Sentimental Value.
Discovery.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor is number 5. Amy Madigan, number 4. Sean Penn, number 3. Ray Fiennes, our beautiful Dr. Kelson, number 2. And Ray Benicio is their winner.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It all makes
It all falls into
sense, as the
place.
Lightning Seeds once said. Let's do our screenplays, maybe.
Let's do it.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's what we did last time. Okay, yeah, let's do our screenplays. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Original or adapted?
Let's go original first.
Best original screenplay.
Okay, I got It Was Just an Accident,
Mhm.
written by Jafar Panahi. Secret Agent, written by Kleber Filho. Sinners, written by Ryan Coogler. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You by Mary Bronstein. And Robert Kaplow's Blue Moon script were my 5.
Interesting.
That's
Is that interesting?
I
Didn't
found it
seem
pretty
that
interesting.
interesting.
Mine are Blue Moon, written by Robert Kaplow. Griffin in Summer, written by Nicholas Collier.
Great.
Got my
Great
ears
movie.
are burning.
Love that movie. It Was Just an Accident, Jafar Panahi. Lurker, written by Alex Russell. And Twinless, written by James Sweeney.
My original screenplay nominations are If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Yeah.
Sinners. Weapons. Eddington. And of course, David, say it with me.
The
Materialists.
I just want to point out,
Materialists.
you sort of were getting a little Bob Duca there. Sinners. War Weapons. Say it
Parker
with me.
Posey Pox.
Lucy Lou flew.
My winner is It Was Just an Accident, which I think is great in every way,
Mhm.
but is a quiet, like crucial screenplay, crucial
Yep.
story construction kind of movie.
Yeah.
But those
Oscars
are all good winners.
did thankfully give that.
Right, that got a nom.
Yes.
Right, yeah, it didn't
Yes.
get Best Picture, but it
Or
got the screen.
director. Yeah.
Right, the Oscars. Right, they went pretty. Yeah, they have Sentimental Value in there. They have Marty Supreme in there, but they I still assume Coogler is winning there
I do too.
Yeah.
because of the Oscar trend of awarding black directors screenplay awards,
yeah.
rather
yeah.
than giving them director.
It's funny.
Spike Lee,
right.
Jordan Peele, like where
Yeah.
they're like, well, we got a screenplay award for you,
Yeah.
Barry Jenkins.
Yes.
Plus, it
you
also
know.
just feels
Right.
like it's a very tidy split between one battle after another and Sinners,
Yes,
where they
of
give one to
course.
one and one to the other.
It is.
And I think
yeah.
Sinners is a kind of a brilliant idea and
Yes.
a well-written movie. It's just funny. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like such a visual fucking feast. And, anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
I hope he wins. I want him to win.
Look, there was always the thing of like original screenplay. That's the cool category.
Yeah.
That's the coolest movie that the Academy has recognized, but it's a little too edgy or out there or new to win Best Picture. It's
Right.
the Pulp Fiction. It has sort of just become, we will let black filmmakers get this
runner-up.
close.
Right.
Right.
Or
Because-
Nick Vallelonga.
Of course.
Or Nick.
Well, we salute.
Yeah.
No, but even, those are, I'm about to name 2 films that were not written by their directors, but John Ridley winning for 12 Years a Slave.
Yep.
And what's him, Jeffrey Cheshire for Precious?
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Like there has been a last 15 years, like this
Yes.
is the exact ceiling.
That's
and
a
then,
Really good point.
right.
Yeah.
Moonlight, of course, just the weirdest Oscar shakedown of all time. Shakeout,
weird.
I mean,
So
rather. Who are your guys' winners?
It was just an accident for me.
Also, for me, it was just an accident.
Wow. Who are you going for?
It's a really good question.
Duca.
Purple Nurple. Are you gonna murder me if I pick Materialists?
I'm not going to murder you.
No, but I
just
want to
don't
hear
like
it.
that
I want to hear
movie.
you talk about it because I did not like that movie, but I was fascinated by it. So
Yeah, I think that movie is like the It is exploding the subtext in all kind of Hollywood romantic comedies
Mhm.
into a like examination of how dating has basically just become, or rather, partners have become another form of currency in our like insane late stage capitalism hellscape.
Sure.
That the whole movie is about that we have basically reduced this to like a sense of belonging in your like it's another thing you own in your brand portfolio.
Sure.
Sure. Certainly particularly for a character like Dakota Johnson's.
Yes,
character in
and
this.
how much we've like gamified dating through apps and
That's yes.
right, and then the people with the money to afford it bypass the apps by getting the bespoke throwbacky experience.
Yeah.
And that all of this doesn't actually consider what makes you want to be with someone, what makes a relationship work. The intellectualization of the kind of person you want to be with
Mhm.
versus who you were emotionally drawn to. And I just think it's like an incredible movie about people lying to themselves.
That is definitely true. Two things, and neither one of this is to sort of discount your choice. One of which is I have made the somewhat bonkers decision to, for the 25th anniversary of the movies of 2001, to watch the movies of 2001 throughout the year as
Mhm.
they were released back then. So I watched The Wedding Planner.
Oh, sure.
semi
Bad
recently.
movie.
That movie scans onto Materialists
Sure
so
does.
well in a way that I think doesn't do Materialists any favors, because it's like we were kind of doing a lot of these beats
point's been
25
made,
years ago.
I would say,
where
yes.
like, a matchmaker and a wedding planner, why do they even want to be together? Like, is this just status symbol? Yada, yada. The other thing is,
Mhm.
I like Pedro Pascal in some things.
I
think
I'm very with whatever this is.
he really does not meet the moment in that movie. He comes across as such a TV actor in that movie.
See, I firmly disagree with
Yeah.
this. I think he's so
if
good.
you liked the movie, you would almost have to.
And
Like,
I admit perhaps my single greatest movie frustration of 2025 is how badly he fumbled Reed Richards. It drives me crazy.
yeah.
He did fumble it.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
think it-
IMO.
I
yeah.
think it speaks to, in my opinion, why he works in Materialists. I know all my defenses of Materialists are this is a feature, not a bug.
Sure.
But I feel very strongly about this.
But like that's how you end up
It's not a
liking
defense.
movies
Yes.
against consensus. You end
Sure,
up liking
right.
the thing that everybody didn't
Right.
like. And
I think, and I feel like there are other performances in the past I've referred to this way, and I'm struggling to recall another one now, but I think Pedro Pascal is giving a great fake movie star performance in Materialists. I think it is about his limitations.
Sure.
And how like it's like, right, this guy should be like a giant movie star. Why isn't this working? You know? And
I
you're
think
like,
that's
it's-
what he's trying to do. I agree.
Right,
I agree.
and
that's the
And all of this, what you're saying is saying to me, I'm really not surprised this movie did not do well. because
it did
asking
well. I
but-
mean,
it
it
made-
made
well, that's
money.
actually true. It did make more money than
It made
than-
$100 million
yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah,
This is the crux
that's
of my
true.
like whole take on this movie
Yeah.
is I understand why it drove everyone insane because the marketing was, hey guys, we're bringing it back.
I was not baffled by the marketing of this movie. That I understand what you're saying in terms of like a commercial response, but like I was not like expecting anything out of the marketing of
I
this
just
movie
feel
and,
like
thrown
every
by it.
critic friend of mine who saw this movie early was like, the tone of this is so bizarre. It's not a comedy. It's not funny.
I did agree that it could not pick a tone, yes, but like the sexual assault plotline especially landed like so thuddingly for me,
Yeah.
especially the way she reacts to it was just like I did not track a human onto that behavior.
Yeah.
But my problem with Pascal was like I think he's trying to come off as a little stiff and he's coming off as someone with heads in his fridge. And I just like the whole time was just like
Yeah.
I don't understand who this person is.
And the movie doesn't really.
And like she's a little blinded by her stats and figures and
Yeah.
his wealth, but like I'm like, how she can't have sex with this person because
Right.
he's crazy.
Well, the movie is
Like,
also
he seems
fairly
crazy to
eager
me.
to like move on from him to the point
That's
that like
also true. The
it
movie
also feels
gives
like-
him nothing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
We should put maybe a spoiler alert around this section of the conversation because this is a danger we get into every year at the Blankies where we start just throwing out random
And that's
endings
true.
of
People get
different
grumpy
movies.
on the Blankies episode specifically. Right? It's true.
but for
this
me-
movie came out a long
For
time
me, it
ago.
all works in the fucking kitchen scene where she like confronts him and he just
Yeah.
like unravels and is like, why is this not working? I'm everything on paper.
yeah.
and
I see that.
I think his vulnerability in that scene totally makes it work for me. There is like a desperate, eager just sort of like kind of pathetic quality that feels very honest, which I also think is, look, part of the Pedro Pascal thing of who is this guy really?
Right. Well,
That's a
I mean,
question. Sure.
that's sort of a lot of his essential
Totally.
thing. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is one choice in relation to the sexual assault plotline in the movie that I think is a fatal mistake,
Uh-huh.
which is having the following scene take place in real time on their doorstep, where Dakota Johnson and Chris Evans profess their love to each other. I think that cannot happen continuous with what she has just been going
It
through.
just contributed to the feeling of like, these don't feel like people to me in the slightest.
Yeah, see,
Like I just had that problem with it throughout.
Yeah.
But like I really was just like, this is not human behavior. And satire or not, I've lost any grip on this movie because they're just not behaving like humans at all.
Yeah, see, it totally clicked for me, and part of it is also that maybe I have dated 3 different Dakota Johnsons in my life. Anyway, next
is it your
category.
screenplay winner?
That was my screenplay.
It is
winner.
your screenplay.
Yeah, because I'm realizing this is the one place I can sort of mount my case
Plant
for
your
it.
flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plant your flag.
I mean, it's that. Yeah,
Or what? I mean, you have 5 nominees.
I know.
The other 4 are probably better. In IMO, can't remember.
Yeah, if I had legs, I'd kick you.
a
Sinners,
good one.
Weapons, Eddington, Materialists.
Yeah, those are all really those are good ones.
Okay.
Eddington was, I mean, one of your favorite movies of the year.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, right.
You know
okay,
what?
okay.
I've made my case for Materialist. I'm going to give it to If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
A great
All right.
movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I thought I was going to give
Just
Actress to
missed.
Rose Byrne, but I think I'm going to swing on that.
Just
Ooh,
missed
a
my
little
5.
swing.
Yeah, that's
I will tell
strategizing in
you,
real time.
the Blankies winners are for original screenplay. I'll just go 1 to 5.
Mhm.
I'm just going 1 to 5.
Mhm.
Sinners was their winner, and then Marty Supreme, Weapons, Sentimental Value. It was just an accident, and then Adapted. One Battle was their winner. We're about to do Adapted.
Yeah, we haven't done adapted yet.
Best adapted screenplay.
But I'll tell you them anyway. One Battle was their winner, then No Other Choice. 28 years later, Begonia and Wake Up Dead Man.
Okay.
My adapted screenplays, let me see. One Battle After Another,
Mhm.
28 years later.
Mhm.
Wow. Peter Hujar's Day, Hedda,
All right.
and Superman.
I'm glad you had Peter Hujar's Day.
Those are my 5.
Mine are Hamnet, Chloe Zhao and Maggie O'Farrell, Hedda, Nia DaCosta, One Battle After Another, Paul Thomas Anderson, Peter Hujar's Day, Ira Sachs, Wake Up Dead Man, Ryan Johnson. I was worried that Peter Hujar's Day is just so much we have these transcripts.
No,
that we
but I mean,
found.
it's
But
all
it's
in
so
precisely
good.
constructed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Trying to. What is my number 5 going to be?
I also realized I fell into one of the bullshittier Oscar things, which is you're adapted if you
you're
have
a
characters from previous movies, which
Right. in any
Yeah.
I think
sense.
spiritually I disagree with, but in this case I wanted to nominate Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah, I mean, to me, right, saying Wake Up Dead Man is adapted is bizarre.
Yes,
but,
it is.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, but he's there. Benoit
Otherwise-
Blanc.
Otherwise, y'all were getting Song Sung Blue, and I would have stood by it. But
Well, I'm glad it all worked out.
stay tuned.
I'm struggling with my number 5 here, weirdly.
Well, give us your 4.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to remind myself on what qualifies as what a little bit.
Uh-huh.
My 4 definitely No Other Choice, One Battle After Another,
Mhm.
Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery,
Mhm.
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Good movie.
Is Roofman adapted?
I don't actually
no,
think it
but
is
just
because it's
based
not like
It's just based
an
on a
article.
true story. but
Yeah.
So it's not. You don't want to nominate. I don't know. Yeah, what? 28 years later, had a.
Die My Love.
Oh, I'll nominate 20 years later. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 sequels sneaking in there.
Yeah.
20 years later is just a fucking.
It's a
fantastic
great
story.
screenplay. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
it's a nominee for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm giving the win to One Battle. Like, sorry guys, like One Battle's winning
I was
going to
say,
my
I'm not,
awards,
we're
but
not
like, that's
breaking anybody's
boring.
brains by saying One Battle, but it's,
Right.
it's the best. It is the best.
And it's
in my
also a
opinion.
very interesting feat of adaptation. It's
Yes.
like, it's like
Yeah.
taking the guts of a book and
Yeah.
messing it around in all kinds of ways.
I take everybody's word for that because there's no way I.
You don't want to
I
crack open Vine.
I can't
Land.
read, so it would be pointless.
I'm giving it to No Other Choice.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Other than Benicio, One Battle is like coming in like second for me in almost every category.
Sure.
Yeah.
Park Chan-wook and Don McKellar and Lee Kyung-mi and Lee Ja-hee.
And that is based on a novel? It is
The
based
Axe.
on a...
By Donald Westlake.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who sent me the Costas Gavras film.
Oh, right. Because
Oh,
which was hard
nice.
to find. Yes.
Yes.
The prior adaptation.
And if anyone wants a link, I now have 47 of them. So I have many ways to watch the movie.
Yeah,
I can just goon it. I can
Okay.
surround
Well,
myself.
I
Okay,
could just
all right,
goon it.
okay.
We're gonna clip that as well.
You don't need to goon it. Okay, so
Anytime I invoke gooning on the show, listeners go, does he just think it's having a lot of screens? I know what the other stuff is. I don't want to talk about it.
He gets it.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
What are your
It's
animated?
a family show.
Yeah, it's so true.
Best animated feature.
What are your animated films, Griff? Give me your 5.
This is actually a tough
It's a
year
weak
for
year.
this. And I will say I have not I have some big blind spots. I really
You haven't met little Amelie yet.
Yeah.
I bet.
I mean, this is the problem is like I'd be putting in some stuff I like okay just to fill out the 5.
Sure.
That's the kind of
So
year
give
it's
me a
been.
3.
I mean, like The Day the Earth Blew Up,
Oh yeah, sure.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what else do I even like? I admittedly haven't seen Arco yet.
Oh sure.
I haven't seen Little Amelie yet.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was not crazy about Zootopia 2.
What about Elio?
I was not
Remember him?
crazy about Elio.
What about Fixed?
I really was not crazy.
No.
about
Which one
that
is
one.
fixed?
It's a Jenny Tartakovsky movie about a horny dog.
Yeah, they
Oh,
gotta
right.
cut his balls
Oh.
off.
Was that I see? For some reason, I thought that movie turned out to not actually. Like, I know the joke, haha, doesn't exist, but like I thought
No,
there
it
was
exists.
a Jenny
It
Tartakovsky
exists.
movie.
There
that-
was a real threat of it being a Zaslav, and
Yeah,
then
yes.
it escaped
It escaped
containment,
containment.
and of
Okay,
course
good.
we devoted a full episode to it.
Of course.
No, I don't even know what my like number 3 would
Wow.
be. I have some, yeah. What about you guys?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's boring.
Yeah.
Like it's Zootopia 2 and Arco and K-pop Demon Hunters, and then I have to be like, I guess Elio.
I basically
like, and
abstain.
Fixed.
Yeah, I can't.
So
Yeah.
it's a weak year. I haven't
It's a
seen
real
Little
weak year.
Amelie, which
Little
got
Amelie
the
and
Oscar
Arco,
nom.
I think, are in the same bucket for me. Which
I
is
did
just
not
like
really care for Arco.
I thought
Yeah.
Arco was fine. I thought Little Amelie was fine. I thought Elio was not bad, which
Mhm.
felt like a radical opinion to me because I think Elio got a lot of shit for some
Yeah, I
reason.
think Elio's solid.
But like Elio left my brain.
Yeah.
Before it
Elio,
was over.
I barely remember, and like
if I'm doing
I didn't
3,
like despise
I'm
it.
putting Elio and Zootopia in.
I
I don't
thought
think either
Zootopia
one's
2
bad.
was fine.
I
thought-
really, I very
enjoy-
much enjoyed.
I
Zootopia
enjoyed
2.
myself with Zootopia 2. And K-pop Demon Hunters is kind of my number 1 with a bullet, even though I think that movie is mostly a good time
Mhm.
Yeah.
that is grafted onto a decent movie.
I'm
You know what
glad
I mean?
everyone is having
Yes.
fun.
Me too. I had a
was
good
a
time.
little bit like
The songs
I
are
might be
great.
too old for this. The songs are
Yeah.
now encoded in my brain.
Sure.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen Predator Killer of Killers, which I've
Oh yeah.
heard
Yeah,
is excellent.
so our Blankies put that in there
Yeah.
along with Arco, Day the Earth Blew Up, and Chainsaw Man. Ben's favorite
Of
movie of
course.
the year was number 2 for them, and then K-pop Demon Hunters.
I continue to struggle with the Neja films. I cannot make sense of them.
Yeah.
Little Impenetrable.
Bad Guys 2 kind of did nothing for me. The King of Kings and David, obviously, my
Did you
2
see
favorite
the
movies. of the year.
Chainsaw one too? The
That's Ben's favorite. I did not see
yeah,
that.
I did not. I
Uh,
missed that one.
Oh, Joe,
yeah, worth it.
it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sneaks is one of the worst films I saw all year. That's a
Sneaker movie.
movie about talking sneakers.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Starring
No.
Anthony Mackie.
Tony. What are we doing?
It's starring Martin Lawrence, who this is it kind of there was an interesting technical breakthrough. If I can just animation nerd out for a second on the
Go for
movie
it.
Sneaks.
Yeah.
That is the first voiceover performance recorded entirely while someone is fully asleep.
Just kind of put a mic by the bed there.
We're doing a
I'm
lot
a
with sleep
sneaker.
technology. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like the whole
He
time.
was getting tested for sleep apnea, and they thought while we were doing that, while we've got him hooked up to
Yeah.
machines, why not we
Mhm.
also record a voice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any vocal performances we want to shout out this year? Honestly, no. I'm moving us on from
Yeah,
animation.
it's depressing.
You know
Was that-
what? We're all struggling here.
Wait, look, we talked
You
about
know what? David Strathairn and Andy Samberg did a great job in Zootopia 2.
The whole
I really
Zootopia
liked-
cast is great. I
liked
Yeah, I
everyone
thought
in it.
Sandberg was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Marin in the Bad Guys too.
too. I haven't seen that one yet. I really just want to talk about Goat, which is 2026.
Oh, you're all about Goat.
Is
Goat
Goat good?
rocks.
I still haven't
Does
seen
it?
Goat yet.
Okay.
That's good.
It's the #1 movie in America.
It is.
Yeah.
I got it there, baby.
Yeah.
Joe, what you're witnessing is a very interesting inflection point
Uh-huh.
in the narrative of Blank Check,
Right,
okay.
right.
which is I'm getting nonplussed about all animated films,
Uh-huh.
and David is going to see them with his daughter and
Sure,
being like,
of
this thing
course.
fucking rules.
It's
Oh.
kind of I'm now in the, I think if there's an animated film, she's old enough where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, if
you're-
there's a cartoon,
you're
we're going to go
automatically
see
going.
it.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
we're
very-
going to Hoppers, we're
Right.
going to Mario Galaxy,
Yeah.
right? Like whatever the ones
Oh,
coming down the pike
Hoppers, do you mean Meryl Streep's grand return to feature films?
Is that
After
right? Is
like
she in
5
that
years
one?
away? Yes.
Hoppers, the first time Meryl Streep has played an insect queen in an animated film in 20 years.
I mean,
not the first
after
time
the
ever.
Ant Bully? Is that what we're talking
Correct.
about? Yeah.
One of the greatest Cinematrix plays.
I literally was like, the only reason I'm pulling that is because
You have
I've
to.
been in the
Yeah,
Cinematrix
you have
trenches.
All right, what else should we do here?
Have you guys, did you guys do nominations for casting? Because that's the inaugural Oscar
I did
category.
not. No, I don't do a casting.
Mine was kinda
nomination.
Chalk, except for I wanted to throw in Griffin and Summer, which I was like, if you cast really awesome kid characters,
Can I
Summer
just
should get a
call
nomination.
dibs on the other 3 seasons?
Griffin and Spring,
I
Griffin and
will, I
Autumn.
will cede
What, you're
summer
gonna
to
do some
him as long
Romare
as I
shit?
still have the other 3.
You're doing a Romare? Like, you're like, I want to complete the season's
I just
quadrilogy?
don't like that this uppity little movie.
Have you seen it?
No, I've heard it's
I
great.
think you really
It's
enjoyed
I've
it.
really-
heard
you
it's a
will
real
love it.
winner.
It is
You
a real
will
winner.
love it.
The whole thing with
Everyone's
it,
got
you know
a
what?
new Griffin
You know
they
what?
love.
Pin in Griffin and Summer. Actually.
Okay, all right.
Interesting.
But cinematography.
Best cinematography.
Cinematography. Mine are Darius Kanji for Marty Supreme,
Mhm.
Michael Bauman for One Battle After Another, Alex Ash for Peter Hujar's Day,
Yeah, gorgeous.
Mauro Herse for Surat,
Yeah.
and Adolfo Veloso for Train Dreams.
Pretty movie.
Yeah.
Probably going to win the Oscar. Or no, actually. no
I think
idea.
it's going to be One Battle
One
because of
Battle.
the
Yeah, I mean,
purchase.
One Battle fucking rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have One Battle and Marty Supreme. I have 28 Years Later, which is my winner.
So
Anthony
that's
Dodd
such a
Mantle.
good pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Phoenician Scheme because, of course, like every West movie basically deserves every tech nom it can. I think
And
it was
never
Del
gets
Bonnell.
them except for
I
one
know.
movie that
know.
it's
But
the
this is-
weirdest Oscar narrative. I breaks
This-
my brain all the
Yeah.
time.
This is the first live action movie he's done with anyone other than Bob Ullman.
Correct. Yes, this is
Which
Del
is also
Bonnell
really
for-
interesting.
I can't remember why. I don't know if there's a reason.
I don't either. But
Maybe he and Yeoman got in a fight over like craft
but
services.
Yeoman goes all the way back to Bottle Rocket, right?
He goes way back.
Yeah.
And then No Other Choice is my fifth.
Yeah. Mine
good
are 28 Years Later, Die My Love,
Oh yeah.
No Other Choice, One Battle After Another, and Phoenician Scheme.
Nice.
He does go all the way back to Bottle Rocket. Yeah, what
Yeah.
fuck happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Del Bonnell's a king. I mean,
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite DPs.
But you're right, Joe. I will never stop yelling about this. It makes no
It's the
sense
weirdest
to me.
thing.
It's
Even
so
when they
stupid.
don't like the movie, he should be getting like Young Victoria style
Even- well, but this
nominations.
is-
of,
I think
like-
that's
Royal
why they don't do
Tenenbaums
it.
Gets
Yeah.
a screenplay nomination, so clearly you saw it, clearly you liked it,
Yes.
and yet like no production design.
I-
for
Right,
Royal
and,
Tenenbaums.
and
Like, what
you,
the fuck
you
is
could
your
go, okay,
problem?
so was that movie too edgy at that point in time
Sure,
for the
But
Academy?
now it should
Now
be
he's-
agreed on.
Right.
And it's like, it feels like what happened last year with Ray Fiennes
Yeah.
not winning for Conclave, where people were like, but he already has one, right?
Yeah.
This is another Griffin
Yeah,
bugbear.
that
Right,
that
where it
assumption.
feels like people are like, but hasn't Wes Anderson, like, haven't his movies won like 20 craft awards?
You will hear that from people being like, "Oh, another play for craft nominations from Wes Anderson." It's like,
right.
no, actually, kind of never.
Desplat won for
For
Grand Budapest. And did Grand Budapest win? It won
won, like,
makeup and
It
hairstyling?
won like 3 or 4 awards.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like
It
that
was-
But
year.
it didn't
was a
even
tech
get,
winner.
because like obviously
Won
Chivo
4
beats it for
Oscars.
cinematography.
Yeah, it won for costumes, makeup, score, and,
And
production
production
design.
design.
So
Okay, yeah.
Stockhausen, it's like Stockhausen has his Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they feel, but I don't know. I don't know, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
The Blankies winners here are our listeners were One Battle, and then Sinners, 28 Years Later, Train Dreams,
Mhm.
and No Other Choice. So,
Yeah.
good looking movies.
Good looking movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Score.
Best score.
I've got some score nominees.
Mhm.
Kind of chalky. One Battle, Sinners, Surratt, Testament of Anne Lee, and Train Dream.
Testament of Anne Lee is a good shout,
Yeah.
if nothing else.
And I've kind of been like, in many group texts, I've been the sort of holdout on Testament of Anne Lee, but like there are elements of that movie that like are really fantastic.
I was left quite cold by that film, but it's quite impressive.
You're one of the very few people who I've heard that from, and I'm glad to have at least some company. For some reason, that became the like gay guy cause celeb this year, and I was like,
God bless
folks,
him.
there's some like actual movies with like gay characters. I mean, I know that whatever Lewis Pullman in that movie and whatever, but like I don't know. Everybody was just on the Cypher train, and she's great. I love Cypher.
Fucking adore that
You're a
movie. I'll
big
talk
Anne Lee
about
boy.
it in a little bit.
All right.
I
shaker.
I forgot to post this on Letterboxd when I saw it, but saw the film, was very moved by it, was very affected by it. Immediately came out with like a couple of really good pitches for if I had to write for the Spirit Awards. Testament of Stanley,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's right there.
There you go.
Tim Robinson Chair Company parody, where he shows up at the Shakers and he's like, "What's going on here?" And they just keep singing.
Got it.
That would be fun.
That would be
would be good.
funny,
yeah,
right?
chairs, because they made all
Yeah.
those great chairs.
Yeah.
I just wanted the whole movie to be about furniture,
Right. And then
I mean,
my
did-
and
we
it like
all?
it gets like one line.
and then my third
It's like
Spirit
also
Awards.
we make good furniture.
My third Spirit Awards pitch was Shake It Off. They do like a Daniel Blumberg style performance of Taylor Swift Shake It Off.
Yeah.
Banging their chest. I thought there was like 3 good pitches right off the dome.
You seem just like seething with rage that the spirits did not take you up on this. Did they
Yeah.
even acknowledge Anne Lee? I feel
It
like the indie spirits were
won
kind of so odd. This year.
Editing, because I drafted it in our other secret movie league we're part of.
What?
And I got it for $1, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking reap the riches with this. I'm the only one who has it on their slate.
Yeah.
And then that is the only major award it got all year.
Indie spirits were weird this year in that like the nominations were so pleasantly like off the map.
Yeah, because they do the weird
And
juries.
in that
yeah.
like really classic indie spirit way of like, oh, this used to like give me 20 ideas for movies that I hadn't seen.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And then because of that, it was so much more stark that like, oh, there's one per category that's like an Oscar nominee crossover. And so of course those
They
ones
all
were the
won?
ones that
Mhm.
won.
Did
Train Dreams
win?
and-
Yeah, right.
Train Dreams
Train
won
Dreams-
Sorry Baby, which is not an Oscar nominee, but was also like
Yeah.
everybody's pick for best first feature this year. So
Yeah.
like that won a few of them, and like Rose Byrne won, very well deserved, but
Mhm.
like is an Oscar nominee.
My nominees for score were One Battle, Marty Supreme, 28 Years Later, Young Fathers,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sinners, and Tron Ares.
I did not see Tron Ares. I was waiting to have to see it
It's a fire
because it's an
score.
Oscar nominee. I believe it. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm now like wondering if I have the exact same 5 as
You might.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other good scores this year, though. What have I been listening to? What have I been bumping?
Black Bag score is great. The weapon score is great.
Weapon score's really cool.
Yeah.
Not as much one to bump because it's so disorienting, but good. What are some other good? The Superman score, the
Mhm.
weird sort of hodgepodgey nature of it, notwithstanding, but it's
Mhm.
good. Anne Lee for sure. I don't know, mate.
Okay. Thank you, mate. What?
you're welcome,
I
mate.
gave what?
Well, Final Destination, a screenplay. Now I'm just remembering that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
a
we
lovely
didn't
little
really-
nom for you.
Yeah, thank you. I think that is a perfectly structured screenplay.
Yeah.
I think that movie is so smart. I give it so much credit for like after 6, right? No, this is the 6th entry. There were
I think-
5 previous
Yeah.
Final Destinations.
Yeah.
Showing up and just being like, this is clearly what all of these movies should have been all along. Like just finding the perfect narrative structure and emotional like underpinning for one of these films.
Yeah.
I also think that movie does some of the smartest Lego sequel shit I have ever seen.
Agree.
It is the opposite of the stuff that makes my teeth hurt, where there is a
Well, they essentially were like David Gordon Green's Halloween, but like, what if it wasn't stupid?
well, because the movie basically there is a reading of it that is not necessary for you to enjoy the film.
Yeah.
That this is the starting point of the entire franchise.
Yes.
That everything that has happened in the 5 previous films, which have their own Fast and Furious style jumbled timeline where things keep on getting
Right.
rearranged, are all the trickle effects of this one
this thing
incident
that happened.
that is the cold open that is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really creative. I think I go to those movies because like I'm not normally this much of a sadist, but I'm like I need creative kills. I
Yes.
need, you know what I mean? Like I become like
It's
a
a horror
real
movie.
chud
You're
when
allowed
those
to
movies
be
come
a little, sort
Yeah.
of
And I thought
demanding
there were
of
some
these
really good
things.
ones in this one.
Incredibly
Yeah.
good. And I just think the Tony Todd scene is like excellent.
R.I.P. Yep.
Is another perfect example of just like retroactively applying all this meaning to previous movies that are like,
Yeah.
I find that entire franchise very fun, but a lot
Yeah.
of times through a lot of wonkiness.
Oh, totally.
Like the power of the ideas push through a lot of conceptual like sort of inconsistencies.
Yeah.
But yeah, and a lot of it's like a masterclass of directing, but also, and I've said this so many times, any movie that can get an entire audience to cheer when a child dies
Yeah.
is doing some sort of
I
like
completely agree.
super
Yeah.
sophisticated Raimi-esque. It was the way I felt watching Send Help, where
Yeah.
I'm like, these are filmmakers who know how to play the audience like a
Yeah.
drum.
That's a movie I wish I hadn't seen the trailer because the one trailer gives away so much of the backyard scene with the lawnmower and whatnot that I
Sure.
was like,
But
I
that
wanna see
scene
this
has
play
so
out.
much wrong footing and so many misdirects.
oh, that's
Yeah.
true. But it's just like I wanted that. I understand why. It's the same thing with the Running Man trailer where they give away so much of the one action scene in the hallway or the elevator or whatever they're doing.
I liked that the first Bloodlines teaser was the piercing tattoo shop.
yes. Which is the ultimate fake out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Right.
oh, this is a good sequence,
did a
and they're
good
ruining
job,
it to do the
like,
marketing. And then you
right.
see it in the context of the movie, and you're like, no, this was the exact thing for them
It's
to
not
spoil.
even that character's
Because in
best-
context, it's
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's great.
Can I give out a special honorific award?
Sure. Can I do one right after you?
Yeah,
Right.
of course. The first ever Io Adebari Memorial Couldn't Be More Seated award. I say
Okay.
memorial because
Yeah,
her
no,
time as a guest on the show is probably ended.
Look, once in a while, I
Lessons were learned.
I talk to Io largely about my kids,
Ah,
but once in a while,
congratulations.
Io will be like, "Gotta come back on BC someday," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Hey, man, doors open."
Yeah.
She is about to do Proof on Broadway.
Yes.
That's in New York.
She's here.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But
Yeah.
she will also be fairly busy doing what is, having seen the original production, one of the more demanding
Yes.
theater roles
Yeah.
I'm aware
Yes.
of existing.
Yeah.
I
I
feel-
wonder how that's gonna go.
I feel like we threw Spielberg to her and she said, I only want to do Columbo main feed.
She didn't say I only want to, but
Yeah.
she did say I really want to
Yeah.
do that. And again, it's spun it up. But you are honoring, of course, her iconic "I'm so seated."
I couldn't be more seated.
I couldn't be more seated. They're
Yeah.
telling me it's not coming out for months, but I'm remaining seated.
Right.
Type, her tweet.
So this is my award for the best performance with zero standing up.
Okay.
Now, I think it's important that the performance cannot textually be a character who lacks the ability
Uh-huh.
to stand.
I understand.
It needs to feel like the actor is overriding any demands. Going, I got an idea. What if I'm what if I'm sort of in this chair here?
What if I have an emotional connection to this chair? I really shouldn't leave it. Yeah.
And this award was inspired, and I think this is much like Putters and Murmurs, something that would
Yes.
be easy to fill every year.
Mhm.
But it was inspired by seeing a performance this year that was, in my memory, 3 or 4 different scenes in a couple different locations.
All seated.
And every time it cut back to this actor in a chair, I was just going, oh, I hope he doesn't fuck up the streak.
Uh-huh.
I hope he never stands up. Al Pacino in Dead Man's Wire.
Oh,
Sure. Yeah, I
yes.
have not seen, but I've heard that his performance is a smidge low energy.
It-
4 different chairs by my count. 4 different chairs. I believe I read that he shot the entire performance in one day.
I also
The movie takes place
Makes
over like
sense.
I think 72 hours, but he
Uh-huh.
goes from like a country club to like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
couple different rooms in his home,
Yeah.
different chairs. But this
Off
man,
screen, he's moving and wheeling and dealing, but we never see it.
and he's doing a lot, but he
Mhm.
could not be more seated, and
Mhm.
it's a clear choice by Big Al.
I thought you were going to go for like Tracy Letts in House of Dynamite or something like that. But
he's
But he's
kind of-
leaning and standing.
leaning.
he is. Does he stand? Okay.
Yeah, and he's
okay.
going like,
Okay.
Joe, it's
You
there
know.
in the name. They could not be more seated. There have to be 0
That's true.
qualifiers in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
performance.
yeah. No, you got it.
Nuremberg, I've pointed out already,
Yep.
but Crow, I mean, he does do like some push-ups in one scene, but Crow is largely either
Yeah.
lying down or sitting.
Crow,
if
Crow
he's-
is a spiritually seated actor.
I
at
mean,
this
he
point
did a
in
whole
his-
fucking serial killer movie where he's in the car the whole time.
Uh-huh. And
You know what I
another-
mean? Where they were
and a
like,
whole-
you have to play like a crazy guy,
Yeah.
just like, can I sit in the car,
Yeah.
not get out?
And another one where it's just like, what if I was sitting on this Vespa for most of this book?
Oh,
Yeah.
The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah.
Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
Different than what was the other one he did? He did another movie called The Something Exorcist.
The Exorcism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That almost felt like they were like, we sort of CGI'd a different haircut on you from like deleted scenes from the other
But
Exorcist
isn't
movie.
that one about like he's a guy who played an exorcist or something?
A troubled actor begins to exhibit disruptive behavior. I don't see how Russell
Am I-
Crowe would vibe with that character.
Am I not wrong?
While
that
shooting a
he
horror film.
is in some sort of middle space between like real movies
Yes.
and like Bruce Willis depressing Redbox
Correct.
like slop,
Yes.
kind of stuff.
They're more legitimate than that.
yeah.
It's an interesting zone he's in. But once again, this category, which exists and is open to you gentlemen for all years going forward,
Yeah.
is not for the spiritually seated.
No.
And if Russell Crowe is getting up and doing push-ups in one scene, then unfortunately, I have a note. There is a way that you could be more seated. It's simply not doing the push-ups.
Yeah.
It has to be
Yeah.
someone who does not get up from the chair once.
The rigorousness of your parameters
Yeah.
really like dissuades me from like picking something on the fly. I will have to punt until next year, but next
Okay.
year I'll
No.
come locked and loaded.
Yeah, just think about it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Mine is so on my podcast this had Oscar Buzz
Of
on our
course.
Patreon. We have been taken to doing what we call superlatives awards, which is all the weird detritus movie awards from various places. The NBR whatever tribute to integrity and filmmaking or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Best kiss from the MTV Movie Awards, the Cannes Palm Dog, things like that.
Mhm.
And sometimes we make up our own category. And as soon as we were done, I texted Chris and I said, I forgot the one category I wanted to do, which is best wife on phone, because the trope of the wife on phone.
Catherine Keener and Sully.
Catherine
that
Keener and
right?
Sully
excuse
is
me.
the absolutely Ne
No,
plus
she's in
ultra.
Captain Phillips.
Correct.
Okay,
That's what it is.
sorry. I knew it was one
Laura
of
Linney and
Laura
Sully.
Linney's wife on phone and Sully, but
Yes.
the two, those are your twin pillars of like exactly
Right.
what I'm talking
Is
about.
I
it-
hope no pirates get you today, honey. All right, I'll see you
All right.
later.
Yeah.
Diane
Gotta go.
Lane in The Perfect Storm?
Diane Lane in The Perfect Storm is on the CB radio.
Yes,
yeah,
she's
for sure.
wife on C. They're all
I
in
can't
the
remember
war,
if
the
she
war
ever
the
gets in a
war room.
boat.
But Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio's in a boat.
Yeah, right.
No,
she's
she's in the war room.
She's in the war
like
room?
she's
Okay.
the one on the horn. I think,
Yeah.
like barking out instructions.
Yes.
You know who's in the war room is Tracy Letts.
This
Oh,
is true.
That's true.
Dynamite.
Yes.
Now, he could be more seated. Joe,
Yes.
who is your nominee this year?
My nominees
or
are.
okay, you have a full 5.
I did
Yeah.
with some creative accounting.
Yeah.
Renee Elise Goldsberry in House of Dynamite, who is
Oh, God.
Flotus on phone, wearing full Brian Fellows safari getup.
Obviously,
The funniest cut in that movie.
I swear to God.
She's going to be
It's
tough to beat this
so
year.
funny.
She is.
She's going to be tough to beat. This might be a Jesse Buckley
It's
run
so funny.
for Renee Elise Goldberry.
Greta Gerwig and Jay Kelly, who has
Oh,
multiple wife on phone scenes with
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Melanie Diaz and Roofman.
Mhm.
An actress I was so happy to see.
Same.
But
Yes.
she didn't have a ton to do.
That
in a
character
good
kinda
movie.
gets,
Roofman,
like-
good movie.
I don't know if that character gets done wrong, and that's essentially, but like the movie doesn't not make the claim of like, and he was much happier when he wasn't saddled with this family.
Okay. Can I just say this quickly
Say this.
now?
Yes.
Not to interrupt your category.
No, we'll put a pin.
But I was pumping Roofman really hard when
I
it
like
came out.
Roofman. Yeah.
And I saw some Blankies be like, I don't get it.
Really?
Well, in specifically saying, I think this character is kind of a bad guy and the movie wants me to root for him and is trying to turn it into like a charming romantic comedy. And once again, I'm like, I think the movie is a portrait of a complicated man.
Yeah.
I think what it is
Yeah.
digging with is that this guy abandoned his daughters and
Yeah.
now is like
Yes.
over like parenting.
Right.
He's being
Right.
too
He's
He wants to
present
be the
Right.
for
hero.
these surrogate daughters.
Yes.
But you know that it's like he's gonna fucking do this again. And that like the ending of the film is not some like their love was true kind of thing.
Right.
It's like speaking to this guy's feelings are genuine and yet he can't stop fucking this up and hurting people.
This is a thing I talked about a bunch with my Vulture colleague, Roxana Haddadi, who
Yeah.
is a huge Derek Cianfrance fan. We're like the two most enthusiastic Place Beyond the Pines people that I know.
Uh-huh.
And there is a degree to which we're like, we're not going to tell you have to see another movie before you see Roofman. But like knowing the whole Derek Cianfrance thing
Yeah.
really helps you get more out of Roofman, because like it is
Yeah.
the bad dad thing. It is the sort
Yeah.
of like the terminal fuck up kind of a guy, and it really plays into that.
And because it's at a more comedic pitch, I think people, and I think some of this is training from a decade plus of very kind of how would I put this? Didactic characterization, especially from TV, but from a lot of studio films.
Yeah.
Of just like characters are really clean cut,
Yeah.
good or bad.
Yeah.
And if you're wrestling with someone who is complicated, that has to be a heavy dramatic movie.
Yeah.
And to see a comedy in which a character
right.
is complicated and like can do things that are both
A light, like it felt like a
Yeah.
70s comedy. It felt like
yeah,
Analysis
that's
Doesn't
the
Live
thing.
Here Anymore, kind of.
It
right.
feels like a 70s
Yeah.
light drama.
5 easy pieces.
Right.
Like this guy is equally captivating and nauseating.
My thing
Yeah.
was if the Golden Globe comedy categories weren't so crowded with fake comedies this
Great
year,
comedies, rip-roaring comedies.
then Channing Tatum would have been an ideal
Don't you
nomination.
think Derek
for that.
Cianfrance looks like an AI of Ryan Gosling that kind of went wrong? You know what I mean?
It's
Where it's
Ryan
like,
Gosling and
it's
Clark,
got his
and
face.
Clark Gregg.
Yeah,
like,
right,
They sort of
right.
like melded the two
But
of
like
them.
in Blue Valentine,
Yeah.
where Gosling
but
shaved
he
the
has
hairline back.
Yeah.
And he had the big
Right?
aviator sunglasses. And I was like, this is a cool look for Gosling. And then I saw my first interview with Derek Cianfrance. And I was like, oh, okay.
Got it.
You just took a
I
picture.
got
of
it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Um,
So, okay,
sorry,
two
finish your
more.
category.
Yeah,
two
okay,
more
okay,
wives
two more.
on phone. I had
Yeah.
Renee Elise Goldsberry, Greta Gerwig, Melanie Diaz, Christian Slater, and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to get
Mild
him in
spoiler,
there.
but God, the fucking reveal there.
The reveal of him is
It was
very strong.
The classic, I know this voice, I know this voice,
Right.
I know
and,
this
and
voice.
but he's
And
not playing into his go-to so hard.
He's not doing the fake Jack
that you're
Nicholson
like, well,
thing.
obviously.
Yeah.
And the reveal of that's who it is and the way he's dressed and what
Yes.
you now understand about the character and his profession.
Yes.
I will not spoil for people, but is incredibly funny.
So my winner is Grace Gummer in Springsteen, who plays Jeremy Strong's wife, who somebody said
I
this.
fucking forgot about that.
She
and
must
I saw
have a
that
real
movie.
easy time. She's married to
Yeah, Jeremy Strong. But somebody said this, and I can't for the life of me remember it. And if you are out there, and I've been quoting you all award season, please let me know. Described it as a wife on phone performance where the wife is in the room with the guy, because it very much is just like she's serving that
Yeah.
function
Yeah.
classically, but like she's not on the phone, she's right there in person.
I mean, that's what's also interesting about Gerwig is that like a good chunk of her performance is husband on phone, wife standing next to husband being like, talk to me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. In a different movie, she's juggling the kids or whatever, and he's husband. He's Christian Slater. Yeah.
It is interesting that we had a robust slate of new releases between September and January.
Very.
We're like more of a scheduling hassle than it's ever been before.
Yeah, right.
And
for
almost-
movies that didn't
almost
end
all
up
of them
mattering.
blanked.
Yeah.
They're all coming
So what
to
are we
my
talking
podcast.
about?
Avatar got 2 noms, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
otherwise, no other choice, 0 noms.
Bit rude.
House of Dynamite, 0 noms.
Yes, not rude.
Ella McKay, 0 noms,
That's-
despite being.
I'm
Yeah.
told that it's re-eligible for next year, and they're going to keep making it eligible until it gets
Yeah.
a nom.
Considering it only played in theaters for 5 days.
Jay Kelly, Rental Family, like all of these ones that
Yeah.
coming into the
Ellen
festivals.
McKay is Ellen McKay the first movie to lose money on Hulu? They're like, I don't. It's somehow gross negative dollars. I don't know what happened here.
Is this thing on?
Yep.
Yep. 0 noms.
Yeah,
And is
yeah.
there one other one I'm forgetting?
That might be it. I mean, there's plenty. The 3 in a row for us was the Avatar, Is This Thing On, and No Other Choice.
Mhm.
I think that was it.
Especially like for your
I'm
purposes.
saying-
Oh,
I'm
Die My Love.
Sorry.
Sort
of
of
course.
counts.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
Die My Love.
because we did Ramsey.
Admittedly, the big strategy behind doing Die My Love and doing it at the top of 2026 was like, oh, can we do like a Campion thing?
Right.
Because
Right,
these are
maybe
lesser
it'll
known
line
films,
up,
but it
right.
like had such a big like
Yes.
explosion at Cannes and movies putting so much money behind it. Can we line up a series to what presumably will be the first Lynn Ramsey movie to break through at the
Right.
Oscars and then like 0
Right.
noms?
Yeah.
So
And you know what? We did a Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Did that
Sure.
get a visual effects nom?
It
Did
got-
that sneak into somewhere?
It's
it
snuck
didn't.
in
No,
somewhere.
Mission Impossible did not.
It didn't?
It's not on my.
Okay.
ranking.
Yeah, it's not. And then we did, of course, do a Honey Don't episode. And
Smashing
weirdly, I
Machine
think
sure
that only
fucking
got
did.
like 6 or 7 noms.
Yeah.
Superman did not get a nom, or did it get a visual
I think
effects?
Did it get a
didn't.
visual effects?
No.
Didn't.
It's crazy.
Jurassic World sure did.
They
but,
they kind of just don't give the superhero movies VFX noms ever anymore.
They
I think
don't.
they've just decided like that's too easy.
yes.
Yeah.
Weirdly, the dinos slip through. I mean,
Mhm.
that movie, the Jurassic movie, the VFX were good.
The VFX were a
guess. I
lot
don't
better
know.
than I anticipated. The story was much, much worse.
I mean, I don't know, guys. There's a shot in that movie in which a camera that feels vaguely handheld struggles to pan up and down a large creature being illuminated only by a red flare gun.
Yeah.
I've never seen Gareth Edwards come up with such an image before.
Fair. That's fair.
No, we just our slate of new releases was almost entirely this had Oscar buzz.
Yes. Yeah. Well, give us a year and we'll get to all of them. So.
We're back, baby. It's the Blankies.
Want to do Putters and Murmurs now?
I mean, it's Cliff.
I think it's time to do Putters. Yeah, okay, but are there any other contenders?
Considerations.
Give me some others. Yeah.
So, before I get to the proper Putters and Murmurs,
oh yeah, you like to throw on a couple others.
Lakeith Stanfield in Die My Love, Smolders and Sexers.
Uh-huh.
Not a whole lot of talking. He's just sort of, he's leering. Rebecca Hall and Peter Hujar's Day, Murmurs, but no putters.
Yeah.
She's digging into that accent. It's
yeah,
really
she was
wonderful to listen to.
a close miss for me.
She's
Actress. She's
incredible.
really good in that movie.
Yeah.
Emery Cohen and Roofman, Chunkers and Shamers.
And fucking Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
And Marty Supreme. I love him in Roofman though, because he is the moral center of that movie.
Yes.
And he gets the shaft for it. The Kids, Parents, and Weapons, I thought.
You beat me to that one.
It's not a lot of puttering because they're mostly just stock still.
They
forget the actress's name.
The one who's not Marin Ireland, but certainly, I don't think at least, but resembles. Maybe it is Marin.
And Weapons, I will look it up.
Tom Waits in Father, Mother, Sister, Brother.
A movie I have not seen.
Same, A Blind Side.
I did not care for it,
and I figured
I wanted to like that movie going in, and I didn't like it.
Callie Shatera and Whitmer Thomas are the Alex's
Whitmer,
mom
I
and dad.
remember.
Yeah.
Former winner Timothy Spall in Goodbye June.
Timothy Spall.
I haven't seen Goodbye June
Doesn't
on account
exist.
of I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing that.
Is that a movie about something incredibly depressing?
No, it's Kate Winslet directorial debut
yes.
straight to Netflix. It's just one of those things where I'm
like their mom is dying. Like, it's about their
I
mom
know
dying.
it's also like grim. It's grim in Britain kind of shit, but like that I can handle. It just seemed like a bit of a nothing.
Look,
I mean, nobody saw it. I'm like the only person who saw it.
I often think it is not a productive discourse, even if the sentiments behind it are valid.
Yeah.
But Kate Winslet coming out in defense of her children saying, I really don't like this Nepo label. Sure. My children had to work hard for what they've gotten in this industry. I'm like, your daughter was cast in a Wes Anderson movie that you were not in.
Catherine.
Your son slipped you a screenplay and you said, I'll direct this and call my friends to star in it. You have to admit there's a pipeline.
I think her daughter clearly has some talent and is very good in Phoenician scheme.
Yeah.
My son slipped me a screenplay thing. There's no, come on now.
Yeah.
Like just this, that's family business stuff. Just cop to it.
That's the thing.
It's fine.
Just fucking cop to it. It's fine.
It's what's always happened.
It's fine.
In this industry. Yeah, right.
But while
and if you want to
promoting
use
that
your
movie
clout,
that she directed, she was saying, look, he got here on his own. And I'm like, you can say that you think his script is legitimately very good.
Yeah.
But you then decided to direct it.
I can't get drawn into it because I am always just like, look, it's just how it works. It's always worked that way.
Yes.
There's things about it that are so unfair. Obviously, there's real talent that emerges who are nepotistic that grew up in the business. It's not surprising.
It is
blah,
also,
blah, blah.
it's just like, it is just kind of human nature. Like,
right. It is true in a lot of
I also think there's a
industries
larger
or whatever.
like barrier for access issue that has to do with wealth and class and social strata.
Since fucking ancient Greece,
if
you were rich, you could be a poet. You know what I mean?
Has
like,
anybody made the case of whatever butchers' children used to follow their parents?
Everyone makes that case. But I also,
you know what? Yeah, I'm sick of these butcher nepo babies. Actually, get them the fuck out of here. Arthur and Sons.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe no.
Russ and John.
My whole thing is, I'm like, right. Let's not do a debate, guys. You don't want to invite the debate.
It's not
Yes.
You want to tip the cap, acknowledge it, and move
absolutely. And it's there is a degree to which it does feel like these things course correct if the person is not good and the public does not like the thing they do.
Right.
Like this industry is so fucking sociopathic.
Yeah.
That like whatever connections and favors exist only goes so long. They will kick you to the fucking curb if you don't make them money.
On a completely different topic.
Anyway, yeah.
Frank Delane and Urchin, who the character sort of moves into different modes, but some of those modes have puttering and murmuring. Not an ideal choice.
Yeah.
Idris Elba in House of Dynamite, just for doing fuck all, I feel like is it's
murmuring,
relatively murmuring and puttering
podcasts.
because
murmuring about podcasts. Yeah.
Everyone in EFIS.
Yeah.
Who putter and murmur their way through an entire baseball game.
Incredible movie.
And then my number one choice was Benicio, who does a lot of puttering and a lot of murmuring, as is his wants. In one battle.
He's never been one to enunciate.
We are missing Josh O'Connor in the Mastermind.
Well,
and just that movie.
Sure.
Just
look,
I'm sure, but I mean, but in Putters and Murmurs,
John Magaro is kind of a lifetime achievement murmurer at the very least.
He is.
Yeah, and Mastermind is kind of like an original Kings of Comedy of
exactly.
Putters and
This
Murmurs.
is what I'm saying.
our best young rising putter and murmurs.
Sure. Yeah.
Let me think if there are any others. I'm sort of scanning around that we haven't brought up, but I mean, it's a fairly solid list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I just think Eddington is a movie that uses the Clifton College Jr. character as like a puttering and murmuring Greek chorus.
Remind me where he emerges in that movie. It has been such a
the
long
movie
time since I've seen it.
opens with him wandering in the desert,
right,
puttering and murmuring to himself.
Yes.
And you're like, who is this man? Is he insane? Or does he see everything clearly?
Right,
or is it a mix of both?
Right.
And the whole film, he's like puttering and
lunatic
murmuring
or prophet
under his breath.
Yeah,
Yes. But he runs throughout the entire film. He's kind of like an emotional spine of the movie. Most of the third act kind of like plot hinges on him.
Yes.
And he's a great actor who this is not his standard mode. I think he can speak very clearly when he wants to. He's a character actor with great
I do love
sort
him.
of versatility. But
so underrated in Capote, I thought.
I agree.
Anemone. An anemone.
Oh,
whatever.
I never saw
that
it.
one.
Yeah,
that's heavy on
The New
the
York
heart.
Film
nominate a movie
Festival
that
did
doesn't
me
exist.
dirty, and I never saw Anemone.
Oh boy, does it exist? All right, I saw every existing moment of it. Okay, whatever. I'm moving us on to I guess the big stuff. Is there anything else?
The Big Four?
Before the Big Four? No, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you the Blankies thought that One Battle had the best editing of the year, and Marty Supreme the best production design. Like that's fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
Are you guys mad about that?
I'm not.
Best actress or best actor? Come on, who do you want?
I want to do best actor first because I've already said that Josh O'Connor, Mastermind.
Well, there
is
you go.
making
You
my
know
cut.
what? Kick us off.
Best actor.
You've got Josh O'Connor in The Mastermind. I had a dream last night, Griffin, that I became good friends with him.
Lucky.
It was
good
a
dream.
weird dream because it was quite mundane.
Yeah.
It was basically like I had to interview him or something, and then we just became friends and we're hanging out all day. And then I woke up and I was like, I've never met him. Where did that come from?
I had a
I
stress
hadn't even
dream.
seen him in a movie recently.
I had a stress dream recently that I was supposed to do a Q&A with John Lithgow and Brian Cox, and I was thoroughly unprepared
Sounds
for
like a
it.
chill Q&A.
And they sent a car for me
Fuck off.
with Lithgow in the car being like, where have you been? And
Oh, yeah.
God, it was so
Do
stressful.
you guys? Maybe I'm just far deeper in the pool of mental illness. But do you guys ever have the thing where you wake up from a dream and it takes like 4 hours into your day to be like, right, I don't know Josh O'Connor?
Right. And well, I had a dream one time many, many, many years ago.
Yeah.
That the dream itself spanned like 10 years. And I like had like full like fictional
That's
character
the
like
thing.
relationship and whatever. That took me the better part of a day.
When they
to, like, shake
backfill
that
like
off.
that, and also when they're kind of mundane, where
Yeah.
you're like, oh right, yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
When I got
But otherwise,
text Josh back.
I barely remember my dreams.
Josh O'Connor in The
Thank you,
Mastermind
Alexa Pro.
Yes.
had a fucking unbelievable year. This is the guy right now, in my opinion.
Totally. I mean,
Um,
down to that he's in a Spielberg movie this year. Like,
Yes,
where
he
it's
is.
like
So exciting to
guy
me.
trophy. Yes.
I'm so into all the Disclosure Day trailers, posters, everything.
Are you being
Moi
facetious or are
aussi.
you being like genuine?
genuine?
Okay, me too.
I'm like,
I was worried that it was like, do we not like? Are we
no,
not
I
like
feel
this?
like
Okay.
people are being a little like, I don't know, and I'm like, this looks awesome.
I
to
think
me.
there was a reaction to Emily Blunt's face that has been a thing.
Here's what I would say to that: when the trailer cuts to her doing the weather.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, her face makes sense for this character. She is a
Yes.
television
sure.
weather
And
person.
then the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer happened right after that.
Sure.
Yeah.
It also makes sense.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer
It's-
is one of those things where I'm like,
I'm
look,
so nervous.
it's plausible that, yes, of course, this haughty character who employed Anne Hathaway for 6 months might not really remember her like we all remember her because we watched the movie.
Yeah.
But you cannot release a trailer where everyone's reaction is, does Meryl Streep's character
Right.
have a brain injury?
Yeah.
Is she demented? What's going on? Why doesn't she know anyone?
Yeah.
That was just everyone's reaction to that trailer.
Yeah.
Yes. that's
Somebody
all.
made
It's
the
bizarre.
case to me that it was, and this is, I know the reaction this is going to get, but it's an allusion to Milton because in Paradise Regained or whatever, one of the things about the devil is that the devil never remembers anything that's ever happened previous.
I hope that is explicitly what the movie
I
is
do
doing.
kind of hope it is, but I could not be more not certain about a movie than I am. Like I do think it's could be very, very.
Does
very
that not almost feel like Avengers Endgame, though, where you're like, they don't even need to release a trailer?
right? Well, no, the original movie, their trailer was just like Meryl walking into the
It's
building.
one of the
gird your
greatest trailers
loins.
of all
It's so
time.
good.
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
These trailers are nothing but confusing, and yet it doesn't fucking matter.
Well,
This movie's
sure.
going to make so much goddamn
Right.
money.
Yeah, no, the movie could just be Meryl Streep looking at the camera being like, I endorse Donald Trump.
Right.
And people be like, well, I'll see it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Even De Niro's like, she raises some points.
Maybe it's time for us to take another look. Okay. You've named one of your best actors. We
Josh
kept
O'Connor for
interrupting
the
you.
mastermind.
Got it.
It's fascinating because I love Kelly Reichardt. I love her movies so much.
Well,
This is the
A
closest.
star of Kelly Reichardt movies.
Well,
in the
I would not say star, but it's fun when I do my Kelly Reichardt rankings. I just forget to include that movie because I disqualify because I'm in it. I'm not even consciously doing it.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, oh right, and then there's
Right.
that one she made that doesn't count because I muddied the waters.
No, that one's not bad.
But I think when she works with movie stars, she is usually asking them to just like strip everything back,
Sure.
and come to her as just
My friend Ellen's letterbox review, The Mastermind, I just want to shout it out. I love a movie where everyone looks like a Guess Who card. That is just exactly the Putters and Murmurs
Yep.
ensemble
Yep.
thing.
Nails.
Yep.
I just think like, Michelle Williams wants to work with her because it's just like
Sure.
reduce me to just raw clay,
Yeah.
right? Strip
Yes.
it back.
Yeah.
Josh O'Connor's the most I've seen someone bring their movie star energy into a Kelly Reichardt film
Mhm.
and have it harmonize.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, right. In theory, someone who's this kind of like off kilter and innately interesting should be vibrating too hard for a Reichardt film. It should throw it off
Right.
its balance.
Right.
And yet the movie is just so locked into like, it is just fascinating to watch this guy do anything.
Yeah.
He
You
is
put him in any shade of like beige brown or like off-white, like put
Yep.
him in a linen thing or like a an old cream colored button down.
it's just also
The sauce.
smart because the guy's got the juice so hard and
Yeah.
the title leads you to believe, oh, this is gonna be a movie about
It's a heist movie.
right.
Yeah.
And it like wrong foots you in its casting of
Yeah.
this guy surely must know what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lee Byung-hun in No Other Choice.
Yes.
Be good.
Channing Tatum in Roofman, more like Charming Tatum in Raise the Roofman. An
Got it.
incredible movie star performance.
Got it.
Like it just feels like the perfect.
Yeah.
Here's the whole Channing Tatum thing.
Oh, and like after a little bit of a wilderness for
Yeah.
him, right? Where it just felt like it's
he's always in and out. It's fascinating.
yeah,
He like has a comeback every 4 years.
this is true.
And I thought this should have been like, a
Yeah.
career high for him. Instead, it got kind of slept on. Liam Neeson in The Naked Gun.
Very good call.
And
And for general politics and statements and
everything.
Yeah.
Especially in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
And my fifth nominee, the one I think they're gonna fucking look back on and actually be embarrassed with themselves. Dwayne Johnson in The Smashing Machine.
I
Oh,
couldn't
this is
agree
where-
more.
This is
He is unbelievable
coming out fighting.
in that
It's a
film.
it's a great performance.
It
It's
is
a very
an
good movie.
incredible performance. I think that movie so suffered from them trying to market it as a more conventional film.
It did suffer from that. I think it also just suffers from being a not very pleasant movie to watch.
It's not.
Like, so it's just a tough festival watch,
It-
tough,
it-
whatever.
it
Like,
eludes
it's not
any-
a big winning movie.
No, I mean, the biggest thing I tell people about the movie, which I just feel like most people didn't even bother to engage with, is like his entire kind of recovery from addiction basically happens in between edits.
Yeah.
I think the trailers made people believe this was going to be a movie that's 60%.
Triumph of the human spirit.
Totally.
Sports movie. It's like
Right.
it's a sports movie that does not structure itself along the sports movie.
It's a
things.
sports movie in which, as I said, I think my piece about it, or whatever, like his major triumph is the first thing we see.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
all downhill from there. And it's
Yeah.
about him accepting that he does not have it anymore and the industry is leaving him behind.
So-
This is why I think the performance is so extraordinary, is there is a specificity to it that just actually could not be achieved unless Dwayne Johnson has actually come to extreme realizations in the dark night of his soul. You know, like he is finally like popping the balloon of all the shit that's been driving me crazy about him for like 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
I worry that him jumping straight into fucking Jumanji 5 and whatever,
Yeah, it's
that
not
he's
great.
just now gonna like zag back into like his safe zone. But this is the movie where it's all about like the scene where they ask him, are you worried at all about losing and breaking your streak? And he like starts short circuiting and he can't answer the question.
Yeah.
Is him leaking the fucking financial documents on Black Adam. Being like, I just refuse to let anything be framed as a failure.
Sure.
I cannot let this happen. And even like his biggest dramatic scene plays out with him covering his face with his hands the entire time. He is like
There you go.
avoiding all the obvious showy moves, and he really is clearly like interrogating himself.
Yeah.
And there was a thing that Benny Safdie said during the press that I thought was really interesting, where he was like, you know, Dwayne like loves being famous and he loves, you know, like what he's been able to accomplish. Now he's been able to help other people.
Yeah.
But what I connected with him on when we started talking about this project is just how exhausting it has been to maintain that for 30 years. That he has just had to be
Yeah.
on and be this guy for everyone for 30 years.
Yeah.
And clearly was getting to a point where it was driving him fucking insane. And he had become like a hollow husk of a human being pissing into Voss bottles on the set of Red One. And this performance just feels like him like laying everything bare.
Yeah.
Everything I know about how Benny made that movie, because I wrote a profile of Benny, like,
Yeah.
is that they were very into like, let's talk about ourselves, about our feelings, like talk about the worst shit we've been through, like let's all lay it out together.
That
blah,
is
blah, blah.
not a performance that a director can trick an
Yes,
actor into
exactly.
giving.
Yeah.
You have to give him full credit for that. And I, you know,
But whatever, nobody liked it.
No
It
one
made
liked
nobody.
Well, my question is like, isn't MMA supposed to be this like the crypto biggest sport in America that nobody wants to acknowledge? It's the thing that all real Americans like or whatever.
Yeah.
Where were they for this movie?
Well,
Like,
but the whole thing with him was he pinned people down and beat their heads.
Yeah.
And the people who ran MMA were like, this is horrible television.
right.
And so they basically banned the thing he was good at, which
Yeah.
is what happens to him in the movie. Because he was just really good at like getting on top of people and just
Hurting
going
people.
like this to them.
Being
And
a-
people are like, well, okay, he did get them out, but that's boring.
This
Yeah.
sucks.
So
Right.
like he can't do that. So that's
Yeah.
illegal now.
so
and
has
like,
MMA kind of like disavowed this guy?
he's MMA. I don't think MMA has a good relationship with a lot of people who've done MMA
it's
because
just that,
it's
like,
not very good for you.
Yeah.
He
to
was
do
part
MMA.
of the trial and
But
error
he's
of
from-
figuring
yeah,
out the version
yeah.
of
It's
it
from
that
like
everyone
30
would
years
like.
ago.
Right.
And his thing of being like, you know what? I need to like be okay losing. I need to step away. I need to be done with this.
Yeah.
Happens right before they crack the code and it becomes the biggest
It's
thing.
as they're
or
cracking
starts
the
its
code.
journey, right?
Yeah.
And like to get in the vague spoiler territory, it is just fascinating the sort of like dialogue between Marty Supreme and the Smashing Machine. In
Yes.
one movie is about a guy at the inflection point right before the sport that he's at the absolute earliest stages of breaks free,
Mhm.
and he needs to accept
Yeah.
that he needs to walk away.
Yeah.
And the other one is the guy fucking convinced
Yeah.
that his thing's about to explode and that
Yeah.
he's going to be the champion and he's willing to ruin everything in order to prove that point. And he like ruins his life by refusing to lose.
Yeah.
And then you're like, for what? It's ping pong. It's not going anywhere.
Right.
This is
Right.
you've hit
Yeah.
the ceiling on it.
It's also big guy, little guy.
Big guy, little guy.
Big guy, little guy.
All right, my nominee. So come on, I got to do mine.
Oh,
right?
come on.
You did yours, right?
I did my
You
five.
did your five.
Lee
Well, 'cause
Byung-hun,
we- yeah, we
Channing
kept
Tatum, Josh
interrupting.
O'Connor, Liam Neeson, Dwayne Johnson.
All right, Joe, you do yours.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme,
Mhm.
It's very good.
Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon,
Mhm.
Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, Josh O'Connor in Wake Up Dead Man, and Theodore Pellerin in Lurker.
Oh, Lurker, I
Haven't
like that
seen that
movie.
either.
That movie's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Mhm.
He's oh yeah, he's creepy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Quite
Mhm.
good.
look out for him.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, you got 3 of the Oscar nominees.
3 of the Oscar
there?
noms. Yes. I flirted with maybe, having a couple of them on the bench so I can move up somebody like Everett Blunk and Griffin and Summer.
Right. Well,
all
don't
right.
worry because
Stepping back.
I'll do mine. 'Cause
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle.
Yes.
Dwayne Johnson and the Smashing Machine. Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. Everett Blunk in Griffin and
Oh, yeah.
Summer. And Ben Whishaw in Peter Hojar's Day.
That's a good pick.
And Everett Blunk is one of those
What a
things
find.
when you see Griffin and Summer where you're like, well, maybe they just found this kid
Yeah.
who's this like swishy little hilarious child.
Yes.
And then you see The Plague
yes.
and you're like, oh, this is just a very talented
He's a
young
very
need to watch
talented
both
who
of
kid.
just did 2 crazy good performances in completely different tones.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
But Griffin and Summer is just one of those movies where the first scene obviously is him freaking out about Virginia Woolf or whatever.
He's doing the monologue
Yeah.
from his play.
But
Yes,
like where
yes,
he's
yes,
like,
yes. Oh, yes.
and I was just like, yeah, this is great. I
Yeah.
get it. I get this right away.
And
this
like
is so
the
funny.
kid has good comedic instincts too in that movie.
But like that's a really sweet movie and I like how you know
yes.
how it is not just about a silly guy. It is
Yes,
about
yes.
the this kid needing to recognize what a poisonous creature he is.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh God.
And they have him sort
Yeah.
of latch onto this like straight guy who's this, wannabe
Very funny Owen
artistic type Owen
performance.
Teague.
Yes.
And yet, right, yes, the kid is still the poisonous one in that relationship.
I know. I mean, he's an idiot, but
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Yeah.
So
You really would
also,
enjoy
shout
it.
out
I'm
to-
sure it
It's
would
on
hit me
Hulu,
too
I
hard.
think,
It's like
yeah.
middle school Rushmore.
Sort of, but like,
Yeah. Not to
but if he was a
Right.
theater gay,
But if he was, if
Yeah,
he was a
yeah,
theater gay, more
yeah.
so than just like a megalomaniac, like in that.
But
also,
it's obviously why Rushmore is one of the most important movies in
Yeah,
my
of course,
lifetime
yes,
to me is that it's all
yes.
about this guy being like, oh, I'm fucking insufferable.
Uh-huh,
I'm a nightmare.
Abby Ryder Fortson, also shout out, is very good in that
Oh,
movie
cool.
from
She's very good.
from
Yeah.
Are You There, God? And
Yeah.
Catherine Newton, who is an actress
I love
I've
Catherine
been
Newton.
resistant to,
Yeah.
has like 1 or 2 scenes where she just like knocks it out of the park.
It's-
It's so funny.
it's just really funny that both Catherine Newton and Abby Ryder Fortson are in it because they are the 2 Cassie Langs.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yes.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
when is Abby Ryder Fortson?
She's Cassie Lang in the original Ant-Man.
No
when
shit.
She's little girl
She's like,
Cassie
didn't really-
in the
I-
first 2
right.
movies.
Never caught on
And
to
Then
that.
in Endgame, there's the weird middle actress,
Right, who's just gives her
only
a
the
hug,
adult
gives him a
one.
hug or
Right,
whatever.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
who comes back home
And
too,
then
and then
in
Catherine.
Quantumania, Catherine Newton shows up. Is like, of course, I'm famously your daughter.
Right.
Cassie
Right,
Lang, we all
right.
know me. And it's one of those things like when they put Willa Holland in for Shailene Woodley in the OC.
Yeah.
Where they're like,
Mm.
Shailene's just not glam enough. We're gonna sub her out, and then Shailene just goes on to have a career.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like Abby Ryder Fortson's like, I don't know why you fired me. I'm doing great over
I'm
here.
killing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yes.
she
Yeah,
rolls.
she's great.
I know they had a time jump or whatever.
Yeah.
Is their
Yeah.
excuse.
Wait, did you get all 5 out?
I did. I got him out. I got him out
Did
there.
Joe get all 5 out?
He did. He
I
did.
did.
We're
for
good. We're good.
me.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Who are your winners?
Ethan Hawke. I'm sorry.
Ethan Hawke, you're sorry.
I love
Yeah.
him so
He's
much in that
phenomenal.
movie.
He's so good. He's
I-
so fucking
I
good.
think about what our buddy, host of Critical Darlings, Richard Lawson, said when he was talking to me about that film in August. We met up for drinks. It was to talk about the idea of Critical Darlings for the first
when
time.
you were Griffin in Summer.
It
So
was when I
true.
still could lay claim to
You
that
still could,
title.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's a shame that Ethan Hawke isn't going to get nominated. If he gave this performance on Broadway, they would
Right.
hand him the Tony before the curtain.
Before the
Right,
curtain call. Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a,
Margot
yes.
Colley would come on stage with the
Yes.
trophy, being like, "By the
Yes.
way, they got
It's
this." For
they
you."
give him another trophy every night.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's so nice that that performance like punched through.
I
It's,
filled
it's
in-
incredible. It's astonishing.
I filled in for my colleague Nate Jones for our Gold Rush column while he was on paternity leave this year
Mhm.
for a few months. And I put Ethan Hawke in my best actor predictions almost as a defiant, like, come on, like shame the devil kind of a thing.
Right.
Like, it so sucks that this isn't going to happen, but like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to put it out there. And the fact that like that ended up happening, I'm like, what a weird like miracle that like now that it's happened, we're
Yes.
just like, well, Ethan Hawke, yeah, he got nominated. But like, think about that when I first saw Blue Moon. It was like a pipe dream that would have been
It
nominated.
just felt like a niche movie. Like I know
Yeah.
it's Linklater, I know it's Sony Pictures Classics. Like it's not
Linklater
like,
had
you know,
another movie that seemed like it was more of
did
an
seem
Oscar
more
bait kind of a
Oscar-y.
thing.
Yeah.
But also like it's the most fascinating thing about this season to me
Yeah.
was going in, it was like, man, fucking best actor is going to be a bloodbath, right? Everyone
Yes.
was correct about DiCaprio and Chalamet.
Yeah, that's why Mescal hightailed it to supporting actor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But from a distance, it was like, okay, but we have Jeremy Allen White as Springsteen,
Yes.
Dwayne Johnson in The Smashing Machine,
Brendan Fraser and Rental Family.
Right.
George Clooney and Jay Kelly.
Yes.
Like, you were like, this
Yeah.
is like, the cup overfloweth.
Yes.
Our biggest movie stars, our rising stars, past winners, people who are overdue.
Mhm.
What fucking chance does Ethan Hawke have? Like, almost everyone wiped out.
Yeah.
If you look at the predictions, like, 8 of the 10 that people were predicting in August just died
Yes.
on the vine.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I agree.
And we ended up with like a perfect 5, arguably.
Because I had some people
it's
being like,
excellent lineup.
Incredible
It's
lineup.
you know,
excellent lineup. One of the best ones
it's
ever.
like someone was like, I really wanted Joel Edgerton to get it in there, and I'm like, I hear you, but for who? Like, that's a really, really tough
I
5
love
to
Train
crack.
Dreams as much as anybody loves Train Dreams, and
Yeah.
I love Edgerton in it. He's maybe in my top 10 for
Yeah.
actor this year because it's such a good, like, leaving Wagner Moura off of my list is stupid, and yet,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, me too. That's a performance that I think is insanely good.
yeah,
Insane.
so good. Yeah.
And he was so hot at the New York Film Critics
Oh,
Circle.
I believe it.
Oh my god!
I believe it.
And
Yeah.
I think Michael B. Jordan is fantastic, and I love
Yeah.
that he got the nom.
I still think of the Nikki B. Jerkin joke from Golden Globes. It's so fucking good. It's so good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like I normally wouldn't want to put like 3 Oscar nominees in my blankie lineup because I'm like, that's boring. But like, what am I gonna do? Like, not nominate Chalamet? Like, he's my winner, by the
he's
way.
great.
That New York Film Festival performance, and I know Festival Fever, whatever, there was no better venue to see that movie than that moment and that time. But like, I loved that performance so much. It's so perfectly both tailored to him, and yet the way that like Josh Safdie's like, what if we make him pockmarked and gawky, and like it's great.
I want to throw that out. That's a best makeup snub.
Underrated best
Yeah.
makeup snub. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
And it happens in like multiple areas of the film. It's some of the most
Mhm.
subtle work I have seen. I really
Noms this year are fine, although I don't know anything about the ugly stepsister.
Ugly
I've heard that film's
Stepsister's
excellent.
Yeah,
good
yeah,
and
Okay.
gnarly,
Yeah.
and it's like I
Uh-huh.
like that gnarly things get nominated.
It's like
for
what
makeup.
if Cinderella had people like cutting people's noses
It was like
off or
Cinderella,
whatever.
but with like botched surgery.
But what if
of,
like
the
Cinderella was a
old-timey-
girl boss?
Oh, gosh.
I was watching Marty Supreme and thinking,
Yes.
oh, have they just been putting makeup on Chalamet this whole time? And he had
Right,
like
this is
Miles
just-
Teller-esque
Right.
scars
Yeah,
that
right.
I've never
awful skin.
Truly, it's so
Yeah.
realistically done,
Yeah.
and it's so subtle, and even like Mr. Wonderful's hairpiece,
Yeah.
which is like, oh, what if this guy's like 20% less balding than he really is?
Yeah.
You know, these things that are like really hard to dial in. I also thought that Ann Lee had some of the best
Ann Lee
agent
has
makeup
great,
I'd
good
ever
makeup.
seen.
Ann Lee is just one of those again things where I'm just like the craft given the scale of the
Yeah.
production is very impressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like really
Agent
subtle
makeup is
things
good,
where
you're
I'm
right.
just like,
Yeah.
oh, they dialed in the difference of like
Yeah.
5 years around the eyes.
Yeah. Also, it seems more obvious, but I mentioned this to I said this to Katie
Mm-hmm.
Rich on our text chain. Weapons as a makeup nominee,
Kind of crazy thing.
it's kind of crazy that
It is
didn't get
crazy. They
nominated.
Yeah.
they sort of snubbed weapons
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
And it's not just Aunt Gladys, but like there's a lot of
Oh,
really
good makeup.
different
The
venues.
fucking Benedict Wong job is so memorable.
Yes.
Like
Incredible.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, and also the parents,
Yeah, the parents.
the multiple stages
Yeah.
of their.
Oh my god.
Am I wrong in thinking that it was left off the hair and makeup shortlist, but it was on the casting shortlist?
You know,
I think
just
that is
don't
right.
know.
It definitely, I believe it
Just don't know.
was on the casting shortlist,
Yeah.
and I think you're right that it was not on the makeup.
But it ended
shortlist.
up only getting the Madigan performance,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
correct.
Should have gotten that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Screenplay or
Yeah, it was a
picture.
great
I
movie.
don't know.
It was interesting. I was double checking yesterday because of the
Weapons
critical
did make casting and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yes.
critical darlings conversation. But PGA this year was 9 out of 10 overlapping with the Best Picture lineup.
And was weapons.
It was Weapons in over Secret Agent.
right, which
And I think by the week of the nominations, people were starting to think that Weapons was going to stay in and that Secret Agent would sub in
or
for
F1.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
I'm
Yeah,
saying
yes,
F1 was
yes,
in
yeah.
the PGA lineup.
Right.
So people were like, F1's the kind of thing
Is
that
it
the
weapons?
PGA
Is it
puts
F1?
in.
Is it? It was just an accident.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Anyway. My winner is
Oh, yeah, who's your winner?
my winner is Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
There you go. We love
What
it.
an evolution!
I
for
mean,
you.
it's truly, it's like,
To make up a word for Black Adam, just admit it.
it is. It's another, like, I would have given him Best Supporting Actor for
Pain and Gain.
that year, which was prior to us
He's so
Right.
good at
doing these on Mike Awards, so I haven't had to hand him an award since then.
Right,
That's when
right.
I was like, this guy has like
Yeah.
fully come into his power.
Yeah.
And then part of why I've been so hard on him for the last 10 years is because I'm just like, dude, you have so much power.
Yeah.
Why aren't you applying it to anything interesting? Also, you don't seem happy.
I
Like,
know.
To what
It's
end?
interesting. I was
Increasingly so.
hearing, I'll say off mic, but I was hearing some stories about him that of what a sweetie pie he can be. And how he's very good at like knowing everyone's name and like, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In that kind of slightly
I was gonna say, a little
politician-y way.
politician-y.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But still basically like, you know, very positive reviews. And maybe he enjoyed
As far
that
as
one
I know,
more.
he had
That-
like a good
yeah.
reputation in WWE too. He wasn't like. I
I've
feel like if he was a
only-
shit in WWE, that would have gotten.
Look,
out
It was
by
the
now.
I've
boss
only
bottles,
heard the
right.
best, right?
Yeah.
But it's what I was saying earlier that like Benny was like he was telling me how tired he was of having to do that all the time,
Right.
not because he wasn't actually a nice guy, but it was tough. The self-imposed
Yeah.
responsibility to be that version of himself all the time, and this is this rare case of a performance that is like silencing the haters by also admitting that they were correct.
I'll just
Like
say,
you can only like shut me up by being like, you were right about me up until now, and I'm gonna give the performance about that.
when my ranking for all of the Oscar nominees publishes, just like skip past the first 10 or whatever.
Okay.
I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I need to point out that these awards are being handed out by Marianne Jean-Baptiste,
Of course.
Marianne Jean-Baptiste,
Of
course.
and
With triple
Demi
winner?
Moore.
Oh,
No.
and I
she
did
gave
pick
it to
Demi.
Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Sentimental choice. Yes.
Sentimental choice.
Valley.
Who you're
Cinema
you
Valley.
say your winner?
Ethan Hawke.
Hawke.
Ethan
Yep,
Hawke.
there we go.
Best Actress.
My best actresses are
Mhm.
Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love,
Mhm.
Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You,
Mhm.
Kiki Palmer for One of Them Days,
Great call.
Great
Xiao
call.
Tao for Caught by the Tides,
Mhm.
one of my favorite actors, obviously. Love her.
Mhm.
Julia Roberts for After the Hunt.
I almost put Julia
She
on
made
my
it for
end.
me.
She is
She's
quite
great in that
Good
movie.
in that film.
Yes.
It's a movie that I had a lot of problems with.
Same.
It didn't really connect
Another
for me.
this had Oscar buzz movie that
Yeah.
6 months into the
Certainly.
year people
Yeah.
were putting that on lists.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I just think she really brings the thunder in it, and
I
I
agree.
truly wish, everything had worked to support that performance better or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think she's so fucking good.
It came up in some other.
The scene where she chews the kid out in
Yeah.
the
Her
during
tar
the
scene?
class.
Yeah.
Her big tar scene.
One of those things where like the movie had basically lost me by
Yeah.
that point.
Yes.
I wasn't really invested in what was going to happen, but then I was just like, God, she's crushing this.
Yeah.
Joe, it
I
came-
also thought the
please,
scene
go
with
ahead.
her and Garfield towards the end when
It's
they're in
great.
the,
That
they're in
scene
the
is
weird
great.
flop house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Garfield's just so
movie's
subtle and
also-
nuanced in that film.
beautifully shot. But I think
It's a
she's
good
great
looking
in that
movie.
scene.
Yeah.
It's a very frustrating movie.
Yeah.
We have this conversation in some already recorded episode that will come out in the next couple of months that I can't remember what prompted this, but I just want to throw it to you quickly.
Yeah.
Because you're a bit of an expert in this field.
Sure.
We were discussing how bad Julia Roberts' last 20 years have been.
It's tough.
Considering that
We-
on paper,
Hold
almost
on.
all of the choices are commendable, and within that run, she has had quite a few genuine box office hits
Yeah.
and has another Oscar nomination. And yet you're like, has she not made a good movie in 20 years?
I am a
We
Ben
can't
is
go
back
too deep on this
defender.
because we did go
Yeah.
deep on this. You're a defender of which?
Ben is back.
Oh no,
great performance, and I think in a good
I won't
movie.
be going there with
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
No, I like
She's
that.
good in it though.
This is why I
Yeah.
want to throw it to you. I want to see if there was one you would defend.
That's the one.
Yeah.
August Osage County is just a quagmire that would take a
Sucks,
longer time
but you're like,
to.
she got an Oscar nomination for
And
that.
for a lead role in supporting, so that was somewhat irksome.
Yeah.
That was also the year of the selfie, which is a haunted photograph that has had its tentacles throughout history since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Money
I-
Monster, not a good movie. A lot of
No.
talent there.
Yep.
Wonder is a success.
Big hit.
Made money.
Big hit. Ticket to Paradise. We shall never
Made
speak of it
some
again.
money, but let's not speak of
It's,
it.
it's
yes.
the
Right.
most frustrating. How is
Yep.
this not a Gentleman 6 movie?
Right.
Yeah, let's see
Leave
what
the World
Gentleman's
Behind, I
for.
think, is watchable junk. A lot of people just lop off the watchable.
Yeah.
And Secret in Their Eyes, a movie I have actually seen. We did it for our podcast, and
That is a crazy boring movie.
It
It's so
really
fucking
is.
bad.
This
I've
really
seen that
is.
movie.
But this is
Yeah.
the other crazy thing
that
we were
movie's a
saying
sleeping
is
pill.
Yeah.
she is really good in almost all of
Yes,
these.
she
Yeah.
is never the problem,
She's
and she's
never the problem.
often the strongest asset.
And you're just like, why can't she fucking catch a break?
she's sticking
I
with
know
the Sam.
Julia Roberts. She just can't catch a break.
She was
Someone
also
gonna give her a moment.
really good on the Sam Esmail TV show Homecoming.
Yeah, let's not. Come on now.
Anyway,
But I say this because her next movie is a Sam Esmail.
I know
It
she
is.
loves the guy.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I Someone's got it.
We threw out, Joe,
Yes.
can Wes Anderson please get his hands
I
on...
love
right?
nothing more.
Oh,
I would
what
really
an
love
idea.
nothing more.
Right?
But the problem with that is there's probably like a list of 20 actors where I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, Wes, could you do this guy a favor? And Wes Anderson's like, I don't just like randomly come up with shit. I take a while generating these projects.
Also,
I'm
everybody
like,
who
"No,
works
come
with
on,
me,
write a Julia vehicle, quickly.
well, and everybody who works with him, he retains.
He loves,
So
and they
that's
love
why
the experience.
so it's tougher to get
But
new
he
people
also
in there.
says,
Yeah.
he's been saying that he's like 5+ times written a role explicitly for and offered it to Jodie Foster, who keeps turning him down.
Oh, she would be great in that
And you
too.
can
She
fill in
would
some of
make
the
a lot of
gaps of
sense
like,
for him.
oh, did Tilda start to get some of those
Yeah,
roles?
sure,
Like,
sure,
which are the ones that were written for Jodie Foster? I feel like Julia has gotten into a Jodie Foster adjacent spiky territory
I am
at
ready
this
for
age.
it.
I wonder
And
if
to
Mia
see her-
Freppleton could get her mom into one of those movies on a connections
Oh, a
basis.
sort of
She's
reverse
gonna have-
Nepo situation.
Excuse me, she's going to have to
Pull
work
some
hard to get the
strings.
role.
She's going to
on
have
her
to
own.
read for it, audition for Wes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay, come on.
right.
Give me your best actresses. Joe Reid.
All right, Jessie Buckley in Hamnet.
Heard of it.
Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Mhm.
Susan Shardy in On Becoming a Guinea Fowl.
Oh, I love that movie.
Kate Hudson in Song Song Blue.
Wait, Joe, I think you. That doesn't sound like the kind of thing you would nominate.
not a thing I would have
kind of performance you'd vibe with.
guaranteed
little
4
confused.
months ago. Yeah. And Amanda Seyfried in Testament of Man.
Who's very, very, very.
I texted you nomination morning, congrats, and you texted back.
I was so wary. I was like, are you making fun of me?
I did it, and then you in parentheses said like, "Is this about Kate Hudson?" I've seen a lot of people, mostly in relation to the perceived Amanda Seyfried snub.
Oh, blaming Kate? Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
And I'm like, that's
seen it.
not the performance I would knock out of the 5.
I would knock
Which
out
would you
Emma
knock
Stone.
out?
I would knock out Emma Stone.
Buggy?
Yeah.
Little
I don't.
buggy?
I don't dislike Emma
don't
Stone,
either.
and I just don't. I have problems with Begonia, but I don't hate it.
She's fine in Begonia. It's
she
like
doesn't
sort of
need
a
that nomination.
demanding
No.
performance.
I think
guess.
Kate Hudson is legitimately pretty phenomenal
I think
in
she is too.
Song Sung Blue. The only reason I cut her is because I knew you were going to put her in.
No, I
She's
understand
a bubble.
It is.
6 for
It's
me.
also as she worked her tail off
Totally.
to get
Yeah.
that nom and all that.
No,
blah,
It's
blah,
a
blah.
bonkers movie that I find to be better than a lot of people get it credit for, but like on that level, it's still a fucking bonkers movie.
Yeah.
Jackman is not up to her level. I genuinely think she really kills it with that.
I
character.
agree. No, I agree.
And I love her. Of course, she was my supporting actress winner for Glass Onion.
Of
and,
course, we
you
all
know,
remember.
She's my fave.
It felt like a real we did it show moment. I was like genuinely happy for you.
I was so wary. I was like, Griffin's making fun of me. What's
I
No,
s-
I wasn't.
I just, it's one of those things where Kate Hudson, I know you like her.
Yes.
So I'm being nice here.
Yeah.
But where Letterboxd, sees her on the red carpet and they're like, can you name your favorite movie? Like, what's your top favorite movie on Letterboxd? And she's like, Almost Famous. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't know what else. And she's sort of like, I mean, some people like Skeleton Key. You can see her being like, because I don't really know what would even
Not a great
contend.
bucket, right?
Like, I think she's like, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Skeleton Key, and then she starts to run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Can I
fair.
also-
She was like, some people like Something Borrowed, and I wanted to say like, yeah, some people do.
Yeah, didn't you?
Also-
Did you nominate that? I know Lawson.
Reid
No,
Lawson's
that's Lawson's.
the-
movie.
Lawson's
I like
the
that
funny-
movie, but
yeah.
that's Richards.
She's really excellent.
Also, every gay guy loves her in 9. Loves her specifically. In
I
9.
find that performance to be
I
disgraceful.
Well,
I don't know
and
about
also,
disgraceful, but
she loves Cinema Italiana.
my secret is great in 9 person is Fergie that makes everybody crazy. But like, I think Fergie's scene in 9 is the one good scene in 9. I think everything about that movie is bad.
I find that movie unspeakable.
It's really bad.
It
It's really bad.
offends
But I
me.
like. But if I'm at a gay bar musicals night or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm requesting something from the TV guy, I'm like, put on Fergie and 9.
I believe I tapped out on 9 after 45 minutes because I did not wish to die in 7
Right.
days.
You
No,
tapped
that's
out
smart.
around 4.
Right. I saw the girl coming out of the well, and I was like, I need to
I
get
can't
out of
do
this
it.
curse before it sticks to me.
So the Rob Marshall miniseries is still not happening.
Not
I
happening.
guess.
That's our We're Driving the Cliff over the cliff film and
That's
Louise
your-
moment.
that's
Where
your
we're like, all
Tuesday
right, let's do
series?
Rob Marshall.
Yeah.
I guess Trump's about to block us
Yeah.
up.
My best actress
Yes,
lineup:
please.
Yes.
Sally Hawkins and Bring Her Back,
Yes, she's really good in that movie.
Amanda Seyfried.
Who knows?
I feel like I'm
We'll
told
never
I'm
know.
always getting it wrong. No way of knowing.
I think it's Seyfried.
In The Testament of Anne Lee, but let's also acknowledge she fucking rules in The Housemaid.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of,
still have to. That's another one I still have to.
a lot of my
Yeah.
people this year had a
Had
double
like
performance thing going on.
A fun one on the side.
Yeah. I mean, Josh O'Connor just narrowly
Yeah, Mastermind Wake Up. Yeah.
beaten out by Dwayne in that category for me. Rose Byrne and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Yeah, it's a good performance.
Jennifer Lawrence in Die My Love.
Yeah.
And Sung Yi Jin in No Other Choice.
Yeah, she's really good.
And because of my last minute rejiggering to spread the wealth and giving screenplay to If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, I cleared the path to give my award to Amanda Seyfried and Testament of Anne Lee.
Right.
Which also feels like the place to honor that movie.
She's the powerhouse.
Yeah.
For sure. I love her. Rose Byrne's my winner, certainly.
Yeah.
That performance stuck with me all year.
Rose Byrne is another
Rose
one.
Byrne's a very close number 2.
And it's also another one, kind of like the Ethan Hawke thing, where when I saw it, I'd be like, yeah, a world where she sneaks a nom for this like really hostile movie is a real like nice world to imagine. And now it's kind of like she's the runner-up. Like, you know, like
that was another one where that was a Sundance premiere that didn't screen online, so I didn't see it until TIFF. And then when I saw it on TIFF, I was like, well, first of all, everybody at Sundance kind of undersold how great she is in this movie. And how great I really loved the movie too. But it was another one of those. I was like, boy, it'd be really good if she could maybe sneak in an Oscar nomination.
Right.
It seemed for a while that she and Seyfried were sort of like jostling for like what would have been a 5th slot, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, Rose is just winning every single critics award, and rightly so. I think she rocks.
Yeah, I thought it could maybe be a bit of an upset, but it does feel like Buckley's the most locked.
Buckley is just also the classic thing of like, we've noticed you've been bubbling along, we gave you an earlier nom.
Yeah.
And you screamed and cried and were very impressive. And I don't think it's a bad performance. Like,
I think she's really
I
good.
know people
even
don't like
before
that, I
the
don't like
screaming
that
and
movie.
crying. Like,
Yeah,
I think
she's good.
I think she's just like really good
I love
throughout.
Jessie Buckley.
Yeah.
I disproportionately like the first half more than the second half, which I think you bodied me by saying, what a surprise you like the movie about a sad boy falling in love with a witchy woman in the woods.
Yeah.
But I was like, the second they have a kid, I'm out on that movie. It just lost me. Not in any like intellectual
it's
way.
just when the movie begins to be kind of like piled up suffering, like, sort of different phases of suffering.
I think it's also that
childbirth, disease.
There's a sense of inevitability.
Putting a play on.
Right.
Yes,
Suddenly
there is.
you're on the rails and you're like, we know what this is heading towards, and this is just going to be an endless series of body blows.
Hamnet is my materialist, and that everything that people don't like about Hamnet, I'm like, that worked for me. That really worked for me.
I did not dislike it.
Yeah.
But it definitely, I don't know. It lost me somewhere in there, and I thought, well, everyone says the ending is such a undeniable knockout, it'll win me back.
I say.
And it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Well, and if that doesn't do it for you, then you're
it was. I don't have anything intellectually against that movie. I love Jessie Buckley.
It'd be weird if you had something. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I get you.
Also,
I love her too.
For the last 18 months, I've been telling people about On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. That was a movie that
another
screened,
embarrassing blind spot.
Screened
it's on HBO, I think. It's very viewable.
Festivals last year, and A24 for some reason did that bullshitty qualify it. And then push it to March or whatever
we
thing.
hate
But
to
they didn't qualify.
Or no,
I don't think.
They didn't.
They just
Okay.
released. They put it in the main.
I think
slot.
they were
March. It was
slow
March.
playing it, thinking that it would be submitted for international feature consideration, and then no country kind of claimed it.
But the problem, I think, is it's sort of a Zambian movie.
It's a
but
Zambian movie that had UK financing, I think, was the thing. Yeah.
But it's quite critical of like the sort of patriarchal cultures or what, I don't know. Like, yes.
Anybody listening to this, like, if that movie is new to you, hearing about it, like, go check it out. It rules. It's so good.
We all said our winners, right?
Yeah. Who's your winner?
But Byrne.
I'll just give you the 10 Blanky lead performance.
You said your winner.
Rose Byrne.
Yeah.
Rose Byrne.
No. This feels like the space to honor Testament of Anne Lee for me, but I also think it's an astonishing performance.
Oh, I also didn't. Sorry to derail us for like half a second. I put O'Connor for Wake Up Dead Man for you had mentioned in Materialists.
Yeah.
Or not Materialists, Mastermind. So many M movies. He's doing something so different in Wake Up Dead Man.
So fucking good.
And he's like, the almost like nebbishy quality he has to that character, I think is incredibly funny. He's so locked in that movie. And then you hit the Bridget Everett scene.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that scene is like a masterpiece of craft.
Yes.
The way that he makes the sun set during it, even though you're inside.
Yeah.
I love that scene. It
when he
bumps
chooses
the movie
one
up
of the
a
best scenes in the
star.
entire
Yes,
year.
when he's like,
her,
right, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it rocks.
Yeah. No, I think I remember when they announced that he was going to be in the new Benoit Blanc.
new Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's going to play a priest. And people were like,
Oh boy.
is he going to be a guy pretending to be a priest? Like,
Right.
isn't the whole thing with Josh
Right.
O'Connor the Scuzzy? And if it's not a guy pretending to be a priest, then are they going to clean him up? And isn't that what
Right.
we don't want from him?
Right.
And then you're like, no, the idea is
Hyper earnest.
Josh O'Connor type is a priest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Which is such an
It's
interesting.
the first time
use of
anybody's
him.
taken the movie away from Daniel Craig. I think Craig sort of most definitely sits in the backseat in that movie.
Someone
I-
did a screen
I adore Craig in that movie.
I do too,
think
but I
he's
feel
so
like
funny.
I think
he's like-
O'Connor is almost
I
is
think-
much the more main character.
he
in that
is,
movie.
but I think Craig gets it.
I think it's the
guess.
best of his
I
Benoit
agree.
Blanc
He's so
performances.
He's
fucking
great.
funny.
But I
Yeah.
also saw that someone did a screen time clock and it's like 35 minutes.
Sure.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
in a long
Hannibal
movie.
Lecter-esque.
Well, 'cause he
Right.
takes a while to show up. And
Yeah,
stuff, but
it's really Josh
he's
O'Connor's
just
film.
him and Josh O'Connor like being
Together.
like silly guys together.
Yeah.
Just really funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
The Blankies, I'll just give you their
Please.
10
Yeah,
to 1.
yes,
Renata
yes.
Reinsve, who we all love.
Yeah,
Well, none of
Fantastic.
us nominated her, but we all love.
Watching that movie a second time, as I said on Critical Darlings, really, she really emerged for me. I thought she was so good.
You know, my thing with that performance is I think that it's borderline category fraud.
Oh,
I
No, 'cause
kind of
she's the
feel like
emotional
all three
center.
women
I think
have
it's.
about the same real estate in the story.
I think Stellan and Renata are your leads, and
Yeah.
everybody.
I
else.
think so too.
Stellan is not in as much as you think.
And
Right.
putting Stellan in
Yes.
supporting makes her
It's-
being the only lead feel
It makes it feel
disconnected.
imbalanced, but
yeah.
like, yeah.
It's still her.
She's
movie.
excellent. Her opening scene is like unbelievable. Yeah.
All right, so Renata 10, Jesse Plemons 9, another performance I really like.
Gloria.
Jesse Buckley 8, Lee Byung-hung 7,
Mhm.
Ethan Hawke 6,
Mhm.
Chase Infinity from One Battle 5, Michael B. Jordan 4, Rose Byrne 3, Leo 2, Timmy 1. That was their
Okay.
that was their list.
Best director.
My best directors are
Give it to me.
Paul Thomas Anderson, Jafar Panahi, Zach Kreger, Jia Zhangke for Caught by the Tides, and Ryan Coogler.
I gotta see Caught by the Tides. I
This
didn't
one,
see it
I mean,
before.
it's for the job boys because
Yeah.
it's literally like him assembling stuff he's been filming for 25
Avengers
years into a
Endgame
movie.
for
Yes.
Jajenka. Yeah.
My best director lineup is Ari Aster, Mona Fassvold, Park Chan-wook, Mary Bronstein, and Paul Thomas Anderson.
There you go.
Mine
That's a good
are
five.
Thank you.
good 5. Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. Mary Bronstein, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Ryan Coogler, Sinners. Kleber Mendonca Filho for The Secret Agent.
Beauty pie.
And Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident.
Who's your winner, guys?
Paul Thomas.
Paul
Anderson.
Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Paul.
I
Did a
mean,
good job.
Yeah, he did in fact do a good job
He
of
did a good
directing
job.
a movie.
and I've been an annoying sort of fly in
our
the
best
ointment
actor
for a lot
winners
of
were
Paul
Coleman
Thomas
Domingo,
Anderson.
Josh Hartnett, and Justice Smith. Wow, forgot to mention that. Sorry,
Oh.
carry on.
Oh, okay.
Justice Smith was mine, I imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I was Hartnett.
And I was Coleman Domingo for
Sing Sing.
Sing Sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I might be very wrong about this, but I just really feel like there's a director picture split coming this year. I feel like
would
Snitcher
Snitchers, those snitchers.
I was gonna say I feel like Sinners is gonna snatch it,
Uh-huh.
but Snatchers might also sin it.
Yeah.
But the Paul Thomas Anderson Best Director feels like Ang Lee, Brokeback Mountain style.
Mhm.
Nothing is like veering this
Yeah.
off course.
Picture is very much up in the air, but
Yeah.
director seems solid.
Yeah, you can't argue with it.
Which is interesting because generally lately,
Yeah.
when there's a director picture split, director tends to go to the movie that is also going to clean up in the craft awards, which
Yeah.
I think is going to be Sinners.
Yeah.
With a few exceptions, I think One Battle will probably win editing and cinematography.
I mean, look, I'm ready to be wrong, but I think One Battle is winning. I think it's just
Is
one of
winning
those.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
mean-
one of those rare years, kind of like the Oppenheimer year, where everyone's just like, we're not gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
Like these movies don't come along that often. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
And I also think like a lot of the
No Country. It feels like No Country as well. Their views hit September,
Yeah.
and everyone's just kind of like, I think this is the movie everyone's gonna
My,
remember.
my
Yeah.
question though is like, if in the No Country year, There Will Be Blood had made like 6 times as much at the box office.
That's a fair point. But I just don't know if
because it does
care
feel
anymore.
similar to those 2 movies in that year.
But One
Yeah.
Battle, it like the imbalance is there, but it's not like One Battle is like a Moonlight style like
No, it's not.
$12 million.
No,
or
I think
whatever.
it's like Sinners is going to win elsewhere, and they'll just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, we check the boxes.
Yeah.
But I mean, PGA, this is what, not to go all big picture, Nate Jones,
Right.
but PGA will show because that's the
Yes,
preferential ballot.
And I think it will probably win SAG as well, right? Although
No, I think
No,
I think
Sinners, I think, is
Sinners
gonna
is
win
winning
SAG.
SAG.
no, I'm sorry. That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you were saying.
Oh, I think One
that
Battle's going to
Battle's
win
winning
PGA, and everyone will be like,
Okay.
right, it wins the preferential ballot, which is
Yeah.
what matters
Yeah.
when it comes to Best Picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just think most people like One Battle. Like,
I will
Yeah,
say
no,
though,
like,
at every turn, Sinners is proving to be more broadly popular. I mean,
Which I
obviously,
love.
like it
Yeah.
made so much money, but like I think within like industry circles and within like people, like there's just like nobody seems to be like tripping up on the genre thing of it or the sort of
No, and it's such a triumph, and it's like, it's a real like throwing of the gauntlet for like, no, fuck, this still matters.
I
We can
love-
make big movies
love
that
how
the
big it
people
is.
give a shit about.
I love how bold it is.
Yes.
If I
Personal.
have a snag on that movie, it's a little bit like I think it sets up a lot of vampire movie stuff, and then it's just sort of like, and then the vampire stuff happens.
But that would be, yeah.
But I think there's so much else that's great about the movie
Yeah.
that like it mostly levels up for me.
Whereas Critical Darlings, we did a Oscar villain episode on Hamnet, and
Yep.
then I saw
was
people
my
going like, right. Well, like going into the season, it was seen as that's the villain, but it's clearly become Sinners versus One Battle,
Sinners not
and
a villain.
Hamnet is an actress.
In
That's-
very online circles.
But that's what's interesting is you're like, it's a year where we kind of don't have a villain,
No,
and
we don't have to create a villain. Just because it's a
2007
binary.
feels like the
Yeah.
last time where you're like, there are just two different tastes
Right.
of.
Mhm.
But also, Hamnet is a villain because it's like the Oscar narrative. It could have been a villain. I
Yeah,
do think
yeah.
Hamnet's probably out of the
Yes.
out of the top 3 or whatever. But like the Oscar narrative of like they like arty movies about making art,
Yes.
like versus
Well,
like big,
I think
popular stuff. And Chloe Zhao has an Oscar.
Chloe
You know,
Zhao has
like,
an Oscar.
so it's like
Not to be like the Hamnet
has like
defender,
2
but like
Oscars.
there is a perception, I think, a little bit that's a little bit overblown of this idea that like Shakespeare stuff always wins Oscars, costume dramas only win
Sure,
Oscars. Like
right.
Big Picture was on that train, I think, and I'm like, that's
Not
actually just
really.
not the case.
Yeah.
Like it just like not lately, not
Yeah.
in the last 25 years. Like,
Not so
really-
much lately, but when we're talking about Oscar villains, what we're really talking about is Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
And
Well,
we're
sure.
talking about the machine he created.
Sure.
And that's what people remember the most.
But I think
And the
with
thing where you
Hamnet-
look back where you're like, why did Why did Cider House Rules? I don't understand.
It is.
Why did all these movies that don't exist? Like,
I was thinking about this the other day.
I mean, that's what that fucking movie, I Swear,
yes.
which just set Britain back 1,000 years culturally by
Yeah.
mistake, is like one of those Weinstein movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
I know it, to be clear, not to impugn
not
this
literally-
movie.
I haven't
that-
seen it. Yeah.
That, it's
Yeah.
not this movie's fault, really, but it has the vibe of those Weinstein movies of like, let's convene a congressional hearing on Tourette's after you saw this small indie movie. Like it's like
Shine.
pushing
Yeah.
pushing a
But also, like,
sort of discussion. It's a
3 million Epstein file documents get released. 1 million of them are about the campaigns for different Weinstein Company Best
right.
Picture contenders.
Right. Yeah.
Including Peggy Siegel saying,
just-
I don't care how many members I
Oh.
have to fuck, I'll whatever it takes to get them
Oh,
to vote for the
Peggy.
King's
Peggy,
Speech.
relax. Yeah, King's Speech is being a pretty good, but
Yeah.
God, the I Swear thing. It's like it's one of those things where it's like I've said this to you, haven't
Yeah.
I? You're like,
Yeah.
It's genuinely upsetting that happened, and
Yes.
it's very bad. It's also like a Faulty Towers-esque
Yes.
fucking insane sitcom incident of like them being like, okay, the BAFTAs, who have a horrible track record on race, have
Right.
finally given
Right.
Sinners lots of acknowledgement.
Yeah.
There's going to be winner. It's going to go great.
Yeah.
Now, where have we sat the I Swear guy? Where are we putting him?
Yeah.
Oh, why is he in the seat labeled microphone?
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
gonna say-
understand. Like where it's like it just sounds like something you made
It
up.
does.
What this update? BBC put all of the volume up as hard as it could go. Like what's the...
It just
It's
is
also-
so fucking like British, like
Maybe
in this like dumb BAFTA way. Oh,
if this movie had this kind of like miracle underdog run in the UK and had a release
Sure,
there and was a
yeah,
hit
great,
and then was sort of overperforming at every step and like whatever the wind up to this and
Yeah.
then the lead actor beats Timmy
Yes.
Yeah.
and the like the terminally online like Oscar stat brain people are like fuck, does this mean that this is immediately now the front runner for next year's Best Actor
Oh,
campaign?
no.
And I'm like,
Certainly not now.
well, I was like, this is like the inverse of the King Richard thing,
Yeah.
where the
yes.
first moment we're becoming aware of this performance
is
is
true.
inextricably tied.
To a
Yes.
national disgrace for
Yes.
a country and an Academy
Yes.
of Film.
What, they're just going
Yes.
to put this movie in theaters in 4 months and people are going to
Yeah.
be like, nice movie,
Yeah.
without thinking about
Certainly what they were hoping to
Yeah.
do. I know
About the
they're still
echoes?
hoping to do.
Anyway,
Yes.
yes.
Sorry. I don't mean
No,
to beat up
no.
on I swear.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
just think like almost every season,
Mm.
us and our friends and everyone we follow and talk to is sort of going like, I'm gonna be so fucking angry if X
XYZ.
wins,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And then you have people who are like, I kind of like 1917, but you're
Mhm.
saying it embarrassed because you
Right.
know.
Right.
And this year it's just like, if Sinners beats One Battle, no one's like, fuck. I guess
But
some
I think
people.
if one
People will
battle
be like, fuck.
If one battle beats Sinners, I think a lot of people will be like, fuck. Like, I think that's but in very online circles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I really don't think that stuff penetrates as widely as some people are.
Quite
wondering
possibly.
I can tell you that the Blanky director nominees are
Mhm.
PTA #1, Ryan Coogler, Park Chan-wook, Josh Safdie, Danny Boyle.
Mhm.
Those are their 5. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Back to the Blankies after these messages. Best Picture.
All right, my top 10 of the year is right now, at least.
Mhm.
It's always changing.
Mhm.
One Battle After Another, #1. It Was Just an Accident, #2. Weapons, #3. Sinners, #4. Caught by the Tides, 5. Secret Agent, 6. Marty Supreme, 7th. 28 Years Later, 8th. Blue Moon, 9th. Eddington, 10th.
Mhm.
Nice.
I'm already looking at it and being like, I want to mess with that a little bit. But that's my 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like
Weird year.
a 15 or 20 that I'm pretty strong about.
Yeah.
And I just made like 7 changes to my 10.
Same.
But what I have, I'm going to count up. I'm throwing it in here at 10. I swapped this in at the last second because I didn't call it out in any
I
other
also
area.
just swapped in my 10 at the last second.
The Shroud's at number 10, a movie
I still haven't seen it. I heard interesting things.
I mean, just peak, whatever you call it.
Was
late
there a
stage.
Putters and Murmurs case there? No one's really puttering and murmuring,
No.
I guess, even though it's sort of that tone.
Shrouders
yeah.
and Obscurers.
Possibly.
Mm.
But I think an excellent movie. Phoenician Scheme, number 9.
Great movie.
People are just going to be embarrassed like 30 years from
Right
now
outside
at how
my
many
top 10.
West movies got slept on.
Yeah.
And we're seen as like, not one of his best. And then
Yeah.
like 6 months later, people are like, fuck, was that maybe his best?
Yeah.
Materialists, of course, at number 8. Sinners at 7. Weapons at 6. My top 5 lined up with my best director, but the
Right.
order is Testament of Anne Lee at 5. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You at 4. No Other Choice at 3. One Battle After Another at 2. And my number 1 movie of the year is Eddington.
Yes. That's
I
been your favorite
love
for
that
such a long
choice.
time.
Yeah.
I thought I was alone on Eddington. I'm glad to hear. I always like coming to Blankies and seeing I'm not alone. on
Eddington's got its fans out
Yeah.
there. And a lot of them are on this website, x.com.
Interesting.
That one?
It's very.
Turning Point. What the fuck?
People talked about this is a year where it does feel like there were like 2 dominant thematic strains that ran through most of the high level movies.
Right.
And it was like Bad Parents and Is Reality Collapsing?
And 2020 broke our
Right.
brains. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Are things broken?
Yeah.
Can we fix them? Is
Yeah.
it all over? How did things break? Kind
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It probably just speaks a little more to my worldview that Eddington has
Totally.
stuck in my craw in a way beyond One Battle,
Yeah.
which I think is excellent and love. And even like
Yeah.
seeing it the 3rd time in theaters when it started, I was like, fuck, the opening like 3 seconds of this movie already feel iconic.
Yeah.
And then everything that happens after this point already feels iconic.
Yeah.
It already feels like a movie we'd been studying for 50 years.
Yeah. It's a text.
yeah.
My list, I'll start also from the bottom. Number 10, Blue Moon.
Mhm.
Number 9, Eddington.
Mhm.
Number 8, Sinners. Number 7, On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. Number 6, Hamnet. Number 5, Lurker. Number 4, Train Dreams. Number 3, Marty Supreme. Number 2, One Battle After Another. And my number 1 movie is It Was Just an Accident.
It was.
It
just
was,
an
in fact,
accident.
just an
The
accident.
movie fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Me and the can jury, all
The
buddying up.
the top 10 from the Blankies, I'll just do in order. One Battle, Sinners, Marty Supreme, 28 Years Later, Weapons, No Other Choice, Sentimental Value, It's Just an Accident, Secret Agent, Eddington. And now, I'd like to turn it to Ben. You got anything here?
What we're all here for.
Well, yes,
The bennies.
of course.
I just feel
We've reached that part of the
Right.
episode.
Yes.
Before I do my original categories,
Mhm.
I need to do kind of a in memory
Absolutely.
and memorandum.
Mhm.
What do they call it?
Memoriam.
in memoriam.
But
There
in
you go.
memorandum is
would
the
be
good
like writing
Ben
some
version of
notes,
this.
which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
fine.
I like
right.
this. Yeah.
But sadly, my beloved cat Pig,
Yes.
Yes.
Who we all love.
who I had for 17 years,
The greatest.
was the best cat there was,
And she was a
will
pig in the
ever
city.
be.
She
She
was.
was a pig in the city.
She ran this city.
And so I'm gonna miss her a lot. But
She passed away recently.
oh yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
passed away recently, and so I don't know.
Very recently, you're in a raw state, Ben. This is the first time we've recorded since.
Yeah,
About half an hour into our episode, Ben texted BC group text Max Plus, which is the kind of all hands on deck group text. And he just wrote, "Guys, I'm sad and we're recording Blankies right now and I need to think of wet movies." So I just want to know that whatever you're
Ben's been
about-
on Grief Island and he hasn't
Yeah,
been thinking
Sure,
about
sure.
A, T, or T, and if you have to choose now or any of his other great,
so I think also I wanted to start there. Just
Well,
'cause-
that's why we went extra long, is because
We want to
were
give
like, we
you
got
more
to give
time.
Ben enough time to think of wet movies.
I
That's
appreciate
also
that,
why
yeah.
I bought Ben a violator who's
Yeah.
got bendy arms and legs and is now wrapped around Ben's microphone arm.
yeah, there he is.
Love to
he's-
see it.
That's where he belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, wanted to give that context because I am, sad, feeling a little bummed, but
grieving.
still, let's have some fun.
Have
here,
a little
folks.
fun.
Okay, so here we go.
Mhm.
The Wetties,
Betties.
Okay, phew.
the Golden Mop,
Yeah.
Right.
the slickest flicks of the year, the movies that soak through.
Yeah.
What splished, what splashed.
We're so lucky to have you, Ben.
Okay, number 1, Frankenstein, old timey dampness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is
Some
actually
wet labs.
You're right. It's a wet movie.
Yeah.
The big
Rain.
a
A lot of rain.
Rain?
a lot of
There's a
Rain.
perma
A lot of-
moistness to the creature, I feel like.
lot of ice, which we should acknowledge.
Yes, which is frozen
The
water.
hardest water of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Number 2, Sinners, blood soaked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
Yes.
also a big fight in the lake or whatever
Yeah,
at the
right.
end there.
Sweaty, a lot of sweat, a
Yeah.
lot of slick bodies.
Let's
Very
s-
sweaty.
Spit.
Spit.
Yeah.
Spit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bodily fluid.
other bodily
Oh.
fluids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquor.
Sure.
How would you spell that?
Liquor. I like K-A-H.
The lickest flicks of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And may I say it? Mike makes me horny, baby.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I'm getting a little wet down there.
Sure.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. I
Michael-
thought we were going back to Mike Myers
Mm-mm.
and his cut body in the Austin Powers trilogy.
I know him as Mike.
And you're
Okay.
getting wet. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Number 3, Last Breath.
Yeah, I told you. I turned you
Suggested
onto
by
this one.
Sims.
Mhm.
It's
as
a movie that's set underwater.
It's set underwater, or as I like to call it, deep wet.
Underwater. Yeah.
It is
Deep
a
wet.
deep wet movie. It's
Yeah.
it's about the people whose job is to go all the way down there.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 4, Magellan, suggested by JJ,
Yeah.
Nice.
set entirely at sea, or as I
Sure.
like to call it, the sea.
Yeah. That is what you like to call it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And number 5,
It's wetland.
okay, yeah,
It's the wettest
that's a
version
good
of land.
alt.
is
That's
the-
a good alt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Number 5, Sorry Baby, for all the tears ejected from my face.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
there's a bathtub scene in that one.
That's
I
true.
adored that movie.
Yeah.
But what really got me was when the lead character adopts the kitten
Yes.
because
Well,
they are
from
on
sad.
the poster.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess I kind of knew that was coming from the poster.
Sure.
Mhm.
But because when I first got Pig, it was a very similar moment in my life
Mhm.
Mhm.
of like a close friend passing away. I was very depressed,
Mhm.
and a kitten will really make your life a lot better.
Ben, sorry if I can just interject briefly.
Yes.
You reminded me a category that I forgot. If I
Oh,
can
yeah.
just throw it out quickly.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Truly one I've been working on all year.
Yes.
And I hope that this is not a one-off trend this year, and this is a category that can sustain and fill out 3 nominees for every year to come.
Okay.
It's the Babe Award for Best Fake Hog.
Oh yeah, sure. There were a lot of them this year.
Is this a trend that is trending? Yes,
Yes.
increasingly.
Yes.
I'm now distrustful of all cinematic penises because I do feel like that so many of them are fake.
Alexander Skarsgård in Pillion.
Yep. It's got Prince
I'm
Albert.
forgetting which guy it is in Splitsville.
One of them.
Kyle Marvin.
Oh,
One of
right.
those.
One of the guys.
Yeah.
The one who comes out of the shower and is really hanging it.
Big Fake Hog.
Yeah.
Obviously, the inaugural winner of the Babe Award.
28
Well,
years later.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Alpha boy.
Yeah.
Samson.
Samson. Biggest, fakest hog I've ever seen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Sorry, Ben. Just had to get that out.
Grass stains on it from walking.
Another wet movie that I did suggest to you was Dangerous Waters, the movie in which Jack Courtney feeds people to sharks.
Right.
Oh.
Pretty fun movie.
All right.
Quite a bit of shark
Dangerous
stuff
animals
this
stuff.
year too.
Sure.
Seems like
Sure.
Dangerous animals.
Sharks.
Yeah, Into the Deep.
Mhm.
And
My nephew would
then
love
Secret
all of
Agent.
these movies. Yeah.
A lot of shark stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Next category. The no thank yous.
We love to hear it.
Number 1, Blue Moon. A movie absolutely packed with references that I don't care about.
What, mid-50s theater?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
/ Stuart Little Apocrypha.
E.B. White, I'm not a fan of his style.
No?
I gotta say.
Ben,
Rude.
I'm surprised to hear that because if you cracked open Stuart Little, like today, the moment we finished recording, you would be texting us in 30 minutes. Guys, I'm rooting so hard for Stuart. He's
It is
just a
also-
little mouse trying to make it in the city.
It is
It's
about
so
a movie
tough.
being
Yeah.
obnoxious at a bar, and I feel like that
Yeah.
does kind of strike you. But no, I see what you're saying. You know, like
Yeah.
you don't really care about Oscar and Hammerstein and all that.
No, that's just, not my jam. Okay, number 2, War of the Worlds.
Mm.
I would rather spend that hour and a half rather, with Stephen Miller
Oh,
than
shit.
watch
Yikes.
that film.
Have either
It's
of
a
you
tough choice.
Have either of you seen Mercy?
No.
Oh, no.
No, I missed that
AI
one.
Justice? No.
Spoilers. First 90% of that movie, Chris Pratt felt like he was angling for that Iowa Debris Award, and then he fucks it up.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Number 3, Deliver Me from Nowhere. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite your jerseyness.
Yeah, send me somewhere else, anywhere else.
Ben, that was a great impression of humanity at large.
Yeah. Yeah, that decision was made.
Yeah,
global
seriously.
viewing
It's
public.
true.
Spot on impression.
They were like, fuck, we need to call this movie Springsteen Delivery. And audiences are like, no, it doesn't matter. That's not going to work.
That's not, doesn't help.
Yeah.
Number 4, How to Train Your Dragon.
Mm.
I was able to return to skipping this one in live action.
Okay. A rebound skip.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah, but Ben, would you be excited to hear that they're now making a sequel to the live action remake, which is a remake of the animated sequel
Oh,
in which
boy.
they are now recasting another actor who had voiced the character in the animated films to now play their live action equivalent as well?
What a nightmare.
Now I'm the fantastic Mr. Fox character with the spiral eyes
Yeah.
after you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
God. Number 5, Jurassic World Rebirth. Ass is right there in the title.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Our
Slammed
finest film critic.
Do we really need to be reborn, though?
No.
Let the dinosaurs rest.
Yep. Ben, great take.
And yet, I
Yeah.
think they're being reborn again as we speak.
Absolutely.
There is a moment in that movie where a very tired dinosaur has wandered out of Cobble Hill Park.
That's right.
It's taking a nap
and
under
it's
the
just
bridge.
sort of
Taking a nap
like
under the Manhattan
chilling by the
Bridge.
bridge. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh man.
Yeah, the one good idea the movie has, and it's like,
And then they're like,
we
let's
should get this out of
let's
the
get
plot
as far away from
right
this as
away.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some honorable mentions.
please.
The Bone Temple for achievement in Bone Temples.
It's a good
I mean,
Bone Temple.
And you know what? It might have this category
Where
locked
was
up
that
next year.
production
Actually.
design nomination? Like they built a whole Bone Temple.
We really this is why we can't have nice things
I
with
know.
those two movies.
I know.
Yeah.
Violator Achievement Award goes to Tessa Thompson as Hedda for being a delightfully evil little stinker.
This is a great
Mhm.
take.
Yeah, very good
Mhm.
stinker movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one of our superlatives categories is homophobic enemy. And despite the fact that she is queer in that movie, that character, she is a homophobic enemy because she makes a lot of trouble for queer people in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Weapons
Mhm.
for its great stick work. Not often are sticks showcased in cinema.
What are we talking about here?
Sticks.
Sticks?
She's snapping those
oh,
sticks.
snapping the sticks.
She's snapping that stick, baby.
She's snapping the stick.
You know,
snapping the
She's
sticks.
snapping a stick. Begonia.
branches are
You stop looking at a picture of a ring, or I snap the stick over your head.
branches are so often seen. Leaves aplenty.
Yeah.
Give sticks their due.
Give sticks a chance.
Yeah. And lastly, pavements for achievement in featuring Griffin Newman
This
on
is true.
screen.
This is true.
Only,
This is true.
not enough movies dare to do it.
I know. I want to see it more.
Turn Me On.
It was nice to
Did
see
Turn
it.
Me On,
Technically,
does it qualify as this year or
was
last year?
it 2025?
I gotta see Turn Me On.
Yeah, I recommend people. Michael Taberski film, Belle Powley, Nick Robinson, Julia Shiplett, Nesta Cooper, Justin Lin, myself.
IMDb is saying it hit the internet in 2024.
In what month?
September.
So that was Griffin.
Sorry,
and
November.
Griffin and Autumn.
Let me double check that. I think it did not go on to VOD, and then it got an illegal hidden theatrical release.
The best kind of theatrical release.
I think it was not until January,
Yeah,
but
okay,
I count it as a 2025 release.
Fair enough.
And then there was a movie that I think it would be very difficult to cut me out of on the schedule for 2026.
Damn right, baby.
Hell yeah.
What will be my final film role?
Oh, come
I'm
on.
retiring again.
No.
It's over.
As long as you're doing this, you're in the money forever, baby.
Yeah.
Until people get sick of us, which
Yeah.
could be tomorrow.
Yeah, it could be yesterday.
Right.
I just
No, I've got an in with Mia Threppleton. She can get
Yeah.
you in another movie.
I'll just say, look, there's a curse upon me being optimistic about anything in my career outside of this podcast. But I shot this thing in December, and I was like, this thing's got a guaranteed theatrical release.
That's true.
Can I also tell
and
you?
it would cost millions of dollars to cut me out of it at this point. Not because of my contract, because continuity.
The buzz that whipped around my circles at the sight of you in a Muppet audience, by the way, was significant. So the juice is still there. As far
It
as I'm
was
concerned.
that was just Seth Rogen being a real mensch.
Pretty great.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Wow, what a year!
Good job,
What a
buddy.
year.
Thanks.
What a year it
Yeah.
was. Well done, Pat.
Looks like we made
Thanks.
it.
Yeah.
Joe, this had Oscar buzz.
Yes.
I have not been on
We've been around for a while. I know.
in
We've
many
been-
years because of my overwhelming allergy
Zoom-phobia? Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
to Zoom.
I struggle with Zoom.
I did recently reach out to you and say we've gotten to a place of just enough healing that I think it's time. Can we say what the movie is?
Yes, we can. If that's the movie you want to do, that is the movie
No
I have
question.
wanted you to do.
I've had the pin in it
What
for
is
so
it?
long. Igby Goes Down.
Big goes down.
very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Would you
Crucial.
believe
I already
that
know.
movie meant a
Yes.
lot
Yes.
to one 13-year-old
I'm so
I
excited.
don't
Griffin Newman.
understand.
We've been holding that
The
one
family in that
stasis
movie is so
for you.
functional, so I don't really see.
I have been too terrified to watch that movie for at least
It's a good
15
movie.
years.
I haven't seen
We'll
it in a
see.
while.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
excited. Very
Yeah.
excited to have you back. David will have to have you back as well.
What
You
should
were
I do?
around for our 70s miniseries a couple of years
What did
ago.
I do?
You
Remind
did
me.
Don't Look Now.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
But what should I do?
Well,
I
marinate
did
on that
Alexander.
one.
That
Yes,
a
that was
David
very
movie.
early. That was
you
very
just did
early.
Sentimental Value episode on
Critical Darlings.
Critical
I'm finally
which
on
just come
Critical
out this week.
Darling.
Yes.
At long last.
Thank you for doing that. You were
Yeah.
great. Unsurprisingly.
Great co-hosts you got there.
Hey,
Richard and Allison, my friends.
proud of these kids. I think these kids got a big future.
Yeah,
ahead
I
of
think
them.
we really did a good job hiring two very established,
Insanely smart
film
film
critics
critics.
who are good on mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Project Hail Mary.
I'm going to the same screening.
Well then,
I'm
You said
very
you had a lunch
excited
plan.
for the both
yeah,
of
but
you.
then I got fucking invited to Project Hail Mary.
Well.
Yeah.
What a twist.
I'm going
So
to
we gotta go,
Moynihan
bitch.
train station.
You did bring your
Jealous?
luggage
Yeah.
here.
I did.
Thank you for being flexible with your
Did I
schedule.
tell you also 2 days ago when I came here, and of course I slipped on ice and fell and hurt my knee, and then
David hurt his butt.
did
Still
you also
hurts.
fall?
Oh, nice. Yeah, but 2 weeks.
And then on the cab ride here,
fuck ice.
because I wanted to be in a cab because my knee hurts. Yes.
Yeah.
Guys. The cabbie had to stop short, and I lurched forward and banged my knee into the back of the seat in front of me. So it's been a couple of days, but we're doing all right.
Let me
I'm
also
gonna
just
pee.
clarify. David didn't hurt his butt slipping on ice. He
Oh.
hurt his butt because his wife whacked him with a rolling pin because he was looking at a picture of the meringue.
I'm snapping a stick.
She's snapping the stick on his tush. You want to stop and looking at the picture of meringue? We got the 30 babies. Are you looking at the picture of the meringue?
We're
okay?
gonna get some kind of anti-defamation league on our ass about this one, but you know what?
men,
Begonia.
men do be looking at pictures of meringue.
So if I know men, I know they look at the
If I
pictures of
know
other.
the
If I know,
know,
I can see you know babies.
I know I joke and I whack with the stick, but I know men, and the men, they look at the picture of the meringue.
You know why you've been looking at a picture of a ring.
You know I.
I don't tell this to everybody, but between you and me, I've been looking at the picture of a ring.
Men, they are simple. All they want is to look at a picture of the meringue. Ben, we love you.
I'm so proud to come
Love
on this
you guys.
podcast every
Love
year. I love it.
Pig.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tribute to Pig.
Yes, who's been such an important part of this podcast across all the years.
Yep.
We recorded in her home for 2 years.
Close to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she was a silent participant in so many episodes.
Yeah.
And we miss her dearly, and our thoughts are with you.
Thanks so much.
And your
Yes.
wife. Thank you all for listening. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. Next week, crack of the bat, start of a new miniseries.
That's right, Peter Weir.
Peter.
Very
Weir.
exciting.
We're making it
Cars
weird.
the Day Paris. Enjoy. Yeah.
What a great miniseries.
Cars
it's
the
gonna
Day
be.
Paris, guestless.
Yeah, no guest.
We got it. I think it's a good miniseries. Majority in the can.
Almost all.
We got some great
Not to
returning
brag.
guests and people who haven't been on in too long.
Yeah.
We have a
Some new-
couple exciting first timers.
New faces.
Nice.
We got some new faces.
I'll have to
be
rewatch Fearless before you do your
Great
episode
movie.
on
Yeah,
that. I
that
haven't
movie-
seen that one since the 90s.
Fucks.
It's
Look,
that movie is on. I want to say Isabella Rossellini's known for. Is that not something?
no spoilers, but that movie made David buy new sunglasses.
Yes, it
Really?
did. That's right.
All right.
That's all.
Go listen to this at Oscar Buzz, folks. It's a
Yeah,
good
please do.
podcast.
Igby episode coming soon. And as always, R.I.P. Pig. We stand a legend.
We love
That's
you,
right.
Pig.
All right.
Love you, Pig. Blank Check with Griffin and David is hosted by Griffin Newman and David Sims. Our executive producer is me, Ben Hostley. Our creative producer is Marie Barty Salinas. And our associate producer is AJ McKeon. This show is mixed and edited by AJ McKeon and Alan Smithy. Research by JJ Birch. Our theme song is by Lane Montgomery and the Great American Novel, with additional music by Alex Mitchell. Artwork by Joe Bowen, Ollie Moss, and Pat Reynolds. Our production assistant is Minnick. Special thanks to David Cho, Jordan Fish, and Nate Patterson for their production help. Head over to blankcheckpod.com for links to all of the real nerdy shit. Join our Patreon, Blank Check Special Features, for exclusive franchise commentaries and bonus episodes. Follow us on social at Blank Check Pod. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, Checkbook, on Substack. This podcast is created and produced by Blank Check Productions.